Greetings and salutations and welcome to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400 and online at Hockey TV. Scott Nason with you on this Friday night from Pullar Stadium in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, as we have Game 3 of the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League's West Division Finals between the Soo Eagles and the Soo Thunderbirds, with the Soo Thunderbirds holding a 2-0 series lead. And a warm welcome on this Friday night to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, as we are joined by color commentator for Soo Eagles Hockey and Hockey TV cameraman Rob Horn. And Rob, want to give a special shout out to our broadcast engineer Tiffany Stratton, who's with us tonight back in the News Talk 1400 studios. You and I had technical difficulties. Her and I had technical difficulties, but we have 11 minutes before face-off, and we got all of them ironed out, we hope. Welcome to the broadcast, Rob, and big game tonight for the Soo Eagles, down 2-0.
Really big
almost
game.
A must-win in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, a must win. We need this one. There's no question. You know, like I say, we've watched the last couple. We've seen what they did and where they were at. Minor housekeeping things, you know. I mean, it's just little stuff. The team played phenomenal. The coaching staff has done a really good job on working on a lot of those little things. And there's no question that they can beat this team. We've seen them do it. They just got to put the pieces together. You know, the goaltending with the Soo Thunderbirds over the last two games has been really good. Obviously, over the last 20 games,
yeah.
You know, has been really good. The team they gelled together at the right time. They're coming together. But you're right. Tonight's a must do. They need this one. Grab tomorrow. You get, as you say, the one on the road, and then you've got two to work with. Yeah,
you always say in playoffs in a 5 or 7 game series, the series really doesn't start until the road team wins a game. Well, obviously the Soo Thunderbirds took care of business earlier this week as they knocked off the Soo Eagles in Game 1 by a score of 3-1. And then the other night, Rob, on Wednesday night, the Soo Eagles were down 3-1 late in that game, come back to tie it, and really had a lot of good chances in overtime. So, you know, from the Eagles' perspective, obviously they didn't want to lose, but they played their best period of hockey in the series in the third and played a pretty good overtime as well. Does that carry over to tonight, or do the Soo Thunderbirds, with the 2-0 lead and getting that victory, do they have the momentum? Obviously, they had the lead in the series, so they have the momentum, but can the Eagles take something from that game, late in that game, to carry over to the next two here?
You know, I mean, if the Eagles come out strong and they come out like they have in other games that we've been really impressed with, I think they're going to do okay. I think one of the things that I'd like to see tonight is some more physicality. Not the dirty, chippy, none of that stuff, just the real physicality of the game, because I noticed in the last few games that when the Eagles start not only playing great hockey, but they use the body a little bit, it changes the tempo for the other team every single time. And I think if they can put some of those pieces together, I think that'll really help tonight. And it'll set a new tone, and we can potentially pick up a win here.
And this Soo Thunderbirds team, Rob, a team we've seen a lot this season, and obviously we're seeing them in the playoffs. I mean, they haven't lost in 23 or 24 games. They've only lost one game in this calendar year, and that was to Powassan. They've beaten the Eagles now, I think, 5 straight times. They're just a good outfit. They don't have a lot of weaknesses. I mean, they don't overwhelm you when you look at maybe their roster or even at times on the ice, but they're just very consistent. They don't have those long stretches where they, you know, have poor play. We saw it a little bit in the third period of Game 2 and maybe portions of overtime. But, you know, if you're going to beat this Soo Thunderbirds team, you're going to have to play your best game. I don't care what team you are. Eagles are going to have to play their best game tonight. 60
minutes of consistent hockey, you know, and that's, like I say, the pass has got to be on tape. They've got to be on point. You can't have the defensive turnovers. And it says you get 60 solid minutes of really good hockey, and I think they're going to walk out of here tonight with a victory.
Eagles trail this best-of-7 series 2-0. Game 4 will be here tomorrow night at Pullar Stadium, 7 o'clock. We will have it on Hockey TV and on News Talk 1400. If a Game 5 is necessary, it will be on Monday in Soo, Ontario at the John Rhodes Community Center. If there is a Game 6 needed, that will be here next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock at Pullar Stadium. And if there is a Game 7 needed, that game would be played in Soo, Ontario a week from tonight at 7 p.m. The other series going on in the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League, the Timmins Rock and Hearst Lumberjacks, they are tied at 1 game apiece. Timmins winning the first game rather handily by the score of 6-1, and then Hearst getting a road victory in Game 2 on Wednesday, knocking off the Rock by a score of 5-3. That series will resume tomorrow night in Hearst, 7:30 face-off, and then Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. That one also in Hearst. And Rob, you looked at the 4 teams that are remaining, and you and I chatted about it, how the Eagles and Thunderbirds series could in fact be for the NOJHL championship. Obviously it won't. One of these teams will have to play an Eastern team, but you saw how the Thunderbirds and the Eagles both did against the Eastern Division. Eagles only lost a couple games. The Thunderbirds only lost 1. So while there's still 4 teams left, and that's no disrespect to those teams in the East, because we've seen Hearst and Timmins as they're very good, but winner of this series has a real good chance to go to the Centennial Cup next month in Saskatchewan.
And if that's not a driving force for any team that's playing right now, then I think they're kind of missing the boat. This is it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for a kid that's 16 to 20 years old, and you can only imagine that just that in the Final Four, that taste of that potential has got to be really good.
Crowd filing in to Pullar Stadium. Rob, we've seen some good crowds here in the month of March and April, and certainly we'll probably have our biggest crowd tonight. And what are some of the keys, as far as you're concerned, with the Eagles to try to snatch this victory? I mean, this is a team, Rob, that the Eagles had early success against, and the Thunderbirds have had all the success. What are a couple of the keys maybe that you haven't mentioned that they really need to get going here tonight?
Well, I've noticed that, like Talaire's our leading goal scorer. He's done some great things this year. And I've watched him put a lot of pressure on him, whether it be with 1 or 2 men at a time as he comes into the zone. So they're going to have to creatively find somebody else to get that puck to that can do the same job that Chase can do. Or they're going to have to find some time and space to be able to give Chase, to give him a little bit of working room to chop that lumber, to so to speak. So you're going to you've got a couple of things that are a factor, but you've also got 5 or 6 other kids that are really good at putting that puck in the net. And if they can all be utilized correctly and crash the net, I think that we haven't seen a lot of that yet. The crashing the net, both the goaltenders for the Soo Thunderbirds have left a lot of rebounds, kind of in a spot where you'd love to have somebody standing. I think if we can do a little bit of that, I think it's going to change the scene. Special
teams, always a key, Rob, in any series. Right now, you look at this series and power plays throughout the playoffs. Both teams pretty even on that. The Eagles just 10% on their power plays this postseason, 4 for 39. Thunderbirds not much better, 15%, 5 of 32. Penalty kills pretty much the same. Eagles at 90%. The Thunderbirds at 86%, but we've seen that power play unit, Rob, here at home during a large portion of the regular season be very effective. They've kind of tailed off in the playoffs. They picked it up a bit over the last couple games, but, special teams for the Eagles, not just including power plays, but staying out of the penalty box. That's something that's cost them, and that's something they'll want to avoid here tonight.
Just keeping the discipline at a level that is going to keep you out of trouble is going to be huge tonight. There's no question that we are not going to win games against teams like this when we're a man short. It makes it really difficult. Yeah, scoring a shorthanded goal, we've seen our boys do it a lot this year, but this is a really good team, and I mean even trying to get one behind them, an empty net. I mean you've got some real talent on both sides of the ice tonight, and you're going to have to use what you have for 60 minutes of consistent hockey to get it done.
Big warm welcome to all our viewers tonight watching on Hockey TV. This is the only show in the NOJHL with the Hearst and Timmins series resuming tomorrow night. And, of course, a big warm welcome to all our listeners listening on News Talk 1400. If you are from out of town and want to tune in to Soo Eagles hockey, you can also find our broadcast online at newstalk1400.net. We also podcast our broadcasts of Soo Eagles hockey. You can go to the website, thegamesportshow.com or thegamesportshow.podbean.com. As we are waiting for the officials to come on to the ice, we'll be going momentarily to public address announcer Ken Akins for our starting lineups before we take our final break here in the pregame. As leading scorers in the playoffs for the Soo Eagles, Jack Mortson, he has 3 goals and 5 assists, good for 8 points. For the Soo Thunderbirds, Michael Chaffee is their leading scorer in the postseason. He has 4 goals, 4 assists with 8 points. Cooper Foster, second for the Thunderbirds. He has 4 goals, 3 assists, and 7 points. Chase Telaire for the Eagles, 2 goals, 4 assists, and 6 points. The Eagles losing the first 2 games of this series earlier this week at the John Rhodes Community Center. Soo Thunderbirds have not lost for a very, very long time, over 2 months. And they swept their first-round playoff series against the Blind River Beavers 4-0, while the Soo Eagles, they won their Western semifinal series in 6 games over the Greater Sudbury Cubs. And they are looking to get a victory. It's a must-win. You can win if you lose this game and go down 0-3, but it's very, very difficult in any series to come back down 0-3. It has happened. It is possible. But the Eagles don't want to make that mathematical probability anything too serious. They want to get these 2 wins here this weekend, and it all starts coming up here momentarily as we are waiting for our starting lineups. Let's go to Ken Akins for our starting lineups for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the home of the original Hockey Town USA, Pullar Stadium, where tonight our Eagles take on the Soo Thunderbirds in Game 3 of a 7-game series. Your starting lineup for the Thunderbirds: in goal, number 35, Noah Zeppa. On defense, number 7, Mason Cheateroni. On defense, number 12, Colby Fellinger. At forward, number 11, Cooper Foster. At forward, number 27, Michael Chaffee. Net forward, number 18, Kelsey Willett. And now your starting lineup for your Eagles: in goal, number 31, Ryan Gilmore. On defense, number 20, Hayden Daka. On defense, number 21, Dylan Bachalo. At forward, number 24, Brian Fittis. At forward, number 16, Jack Mortson. At forward, number 7, Chase Telaire.
We will take our final break here in our pregame show. We come back, we will have Game 3 of the Western Division Finals between the Soo Eagles and the Soo Thunderbirds. You are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400. Back at Pullar Stadium on this Friday night, Game 3 of the Western Division Finals between the Soo Eagles and the Soo Thunderbirds. Soo Thunderbirds lead the series 2-0. Broadcast engineer back in the News Talk 1400 studios tonight is Tiffany Stratton, joined top the gondola by color commentator and Hockey TV cameraman Rob Horn. Soo Eagles in their home black jerseys with the gold trim. Soo Thunderbirds in their road white jerseys with the orange and purple trim. As we are underway at Pullar Stadium, Eagles need a win here to try to get back in this series. They have the puck at center ice, now taken by the Thunderbirds. Fellinger in his own zone, back to Chitteroni. Thunderbirds going right to left as seen on your radio dial or on your video monitor on Hockey TV. A big hit by Fittis from behind. Some of the fans do have some Canadian fans here for the first time, with the border being a little easier to travel across. Now Ouellette has it at center ice for the Thunderbirds. Ouellette, pass in front, Cooper, a shot, and a goal! Cooper Foster has struck early for the Soo Thunderbirds just 34 seconds into this game, and they lead the Soo Eagles by the score of 1-0. You can, in fact, hear that Canadian contingent here for the first time this season. Good start for the Thunderbirds, Rob. Not a good way to start for the Eagles.
No, that's not at all. This early in the game, that's not at all what you want to see. The Thunderbirds are definitely clicking well right now. The Eagles got to take a little puck control. They got to take control of the game.
So just like that, it's 1-0 Soo Thunderbirds. Will get the call from Ken Akins.
Number 11, Cooper Foster, assisted by number 18, Kelsey Willett. Foster.
So Foster from Ouellette, and it's 1-0 Thunderbirds. Now a couple Eagles run into each other at the Thunderbirds blue line. Starting netminder for the Soo Thunderbirds tonight, number 35, Noah Zeppin. Starting for the Soo Eagles, number 31, Ryan Gilmore. Eagles have never led in this series, and they don't lead here as they already trail 1-0. Now here's Davis with it for the Eagles at center ice. He'll shoot it into the Thunderbird zone. Picked up by Trottier. Now Trottier had it taken away by Ferguson. Thunderbirds have it in their own zone. At center ice, off the skate of Santa Maria. Now Santa Maria loses the puck, and that's going to be another couple Eagles running into each other. Eagles all sorts of discombobulated to start this game.
Two big checks, both on their own teammates.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not the hit you want if you're the Soo Eagles. Eagles have it in their own zone. Handy gives it up to Slag. Now across the blue line, Swiatek. Brisky on the chase. Now Brisky tries to put it in front. Eagles on the rebound. Swiatek, he fans on the shot. The Thunderbirds clear it to center ice. Shot right back in by the Eagles. Dundas behind his own net for the Thunderbirds. We've played just under 2 minutes of this first period. It's already 1-0 Thunderbirds. Now Lake at center ice. Up to Arbor. Arbor across the line, avoids the hit. Now Holy deflects the puck away from Arbor. Now Burley with the shot, deflected in front, and Gilmore will hang on, as now we have a little extracurricular activity after the whistle. And Rob, we haven't seen as much of the nastiness in this series yet as we saw in parts of the previous series against Sudbury. It's been a pretty clean series from what I've seen so far.
I think we're going to see a penalty, actually.
I don't think so.
No?
Just a conversation. But I was saying,
warning. Just a warning, maybe.
The series has been a lot cleaner than maybe the series previous for the Eagles.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Face-off outside the Eagles' blue line. Thunderbirds win the face-off. Here's Novello. He'll play it off the far boards. Daka on the chase for the Eagles. Now Daka behind his own net. Off the far boards to Slag. Slag can't clear it. Thunderbirds shoot it right back in. Chalo behind his own net for the Eagles. Had it poke checked away by Bellinger. Now Bellinger knocks down Pachalo. Here's a shot and a save by Gilmore. That was Novello with that chance. That's Chitteroni. Chitteroni will keep it in, put a quick shot wide of the net. Over to Novello. Now Bellinger. Bellinger moves it over to Chitteroni. Now Chitteroni will play it off the end boards. Chased down by the Eagles. That's Daka. Daka up to Cullenton. Cullenton across the line. Cullenton in. Bad shot as that one goes wide. And the Eagles just a little off right now to start this first period. 17-10 left in the first period. 1-0 Soo Thunderbirds. So not the start the Soo Eagles wanted in this one. Soo Thunderbirds strike early. Cooper Foster with the goal just about 40 seconds into this first period. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. They have it behind their own net. That's Gibson. Gibson being pressured by Mordson. Now Tlair in the forecheck. Tlair gets the puck. Now play it back to Mordson off of his stick. Thunderbirds will clear the zone. Trottier gets it up to Foster. Foster will play it off the end boards. Gilmore behind his own net. Now Gilmore over the far side boards. Foster can't get the puck. Tlair has it. Tlair headman pass up to Handy. Now Handy across the line in the slot. Had it poke checked away, taken by Trottier, and he'll clear it to center ice. Davis for the Eagles at his own line. Up to center ice. As that's Fittis. Fittis plays off the boards to Tlair. Tlair will shoot it in to the Thunderbird zone over on the far boards. Fittis. Now 4 players over there. Fittis tried to play it to the point. Holy with the shot. That one goes wide. Back to the point. Fox, his shot goes through. Saved by Zeppa. Rebound. Fittis. Eagles with their first shots of the night. Now along the end boards, Trottier has it. Shovels it over to Gibson. Now Gibson up to Ouellette. Now headman pass. Here's a chance for Chaffee. Chaffee in front. Shot and a save there by Gilmore. Now Chaffee still has the puck. He'll leave it for Burley. Burley moves in his shot. Save. Gilmore rebound. Another save. Gilmore. Eagles a little guilty of standing around in front of their own net. They get the puck. They move it to center ice. LaFrance. LaFrance with the shot. Saved there by Zeppa. Rebound along the far boards. Van Tegum. Haven't seen him for a while out there for the Soo Eagles. Didn't see him in any of the Sudbury series here at Pullar Stadium. Now a shot along the end boards. Goes wide. Shots 4-1 in favor of the Thunderbirds. They lead 1-0. Now Chawachi in his own zone. Good stick handling. as he gets tackled by LaFrance at the center circle. I think the Thunderbirds might be justified on wanting a penalty there. I think one was deserved.
Yeah, he had a hold of him, though.
Well,
you hold on, something's going to happen.
You can't tackle a guy, though,
No,
at center
no.
ice. Now Pachalo.
The physicality is here, though.
Okay, we disagree on that. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to do that on the air.
No, we don't disagree.
No, that's right. Now here's a chance for Salem on the turnover. Salem shot. That one goes wide. Salem along the near side boards. 3 Soo Eagles over there. Got Swiatek. Now he cuts it loose. Back to the point, Handy. Over to Davis. Now Davis' shot. That's blocked. Thunderbirds trying to clear the zone, and they will. 14:35 to play in this first period. 1-0 Soo Thunderbirds. Game 3 of this Western Division final. Thunderbirds with a 2-0 series lead. Now puck over along the far boards. Davis. Play it along the end boards to Brisky. Now chasing it. That's Chitteroni. Chitteroni back behind his own net to Fellinger. Now Fellinger gets hit hard. The crowd likes that one. Back to center ice. Here's Cap. Now Cap lost his stick. Lake takes it for the Thunderbirds. Now Lake back to Fellinger. His shot. Save Gilmore. And there's a slash after the play, and that could be a penalty on the Soo Eagles. We'll see.
I'm going to go both ways on that because he got Gilmore after the whistle as well. So I'll agree with you on that.
Yep, we better. We'll be getting an email.
Nope. I think we're going to put the whistles away tonight and let them play, which that's great as long as nobody gets hurt.
Yep. And fans certainly into this game early, Rob. It's a loud crowd here at Pullar Stadium. Face off to the right of Gilmore. Eagles win the face off and clear the zone. Cullenton gets it up to Slag. Now Slag across the line. Slag pass back to Fox. Now Fox with a shot. Glove down by Zeppa, and he'll hold. And we'll have a face-off with 13:56 to play in this first period. Shots 5-2 in favor of the Soo Thunderbirds, and they lead 1-0.
Great puck movement right there. They come into the zone real crisp, real nice. Zeppa, like I say, he's got a fantastic glove, and if you're going to beat him, you got to get somebody in front of him.
Yep. Face-off control by the Eagles. Slag will play it along the end boards. Now Friend puts it in front. Bouncing puck. Here's a shot. Save. Rebound. Puck still loose in the crease. Finally taken by the Soo Thunderbirds. So the Eagles really starting to pick up their play here over the last few minutes. Puck back in the Eagles zone. Big hit behind the net. That's a dangerous looking play there. And they are letting them play tonight. Now Cullenton. He'll play it off the end boards as this crowd really into this game, and the hitting is happening fast and furious here at the Pullar. Now puck along the end boards as head coach Cole Jarrett certainly not happy with how things are going now. But Chalo, he gets hit behind the play. Didn't see what happened there. Puck goes back to the point, but Chalo's still down. Now Burley moves it over to Dundas. Centering chance in front. Pass. Trache, his shot. Gilmore down and makes the save, and he hangs on. And we got all sorts of wild action happening here, Rob. 13 minutes to play in this first period. 1-0 Soo Thunderbirds, but the last couple minutes have been full of hits, chances, and lots of great action.
This one might get away from them a little bit. I mean, letting them go is one thing. We're letting them go to a different level here where we're letting guys lay on the ice and things like that. Cheap shots after the hit. So that's where you're going to end up with a brawl, we'll call it.
And it sure didn't take the fans very long to get in this game, Rob.
Nope.
They're pretty revved up. Took us a while to get going here, technically and into the broadcast, but we're pretty revved up ourselves. Now puck back to center ice. Burley with it. Now Burley moves it into the Eagle zone. Davis's pass off of Mordson, taken by the Thunderbirds' Dundas. Now Dundas in his own zone, pressured by Tlair. Dundas avoids a hit. Now here's Santa Maria. Over to the far boards. Picked up by Burley in front of his own net. Now a turnover. Finnis. Centering chance. Mordson, and a great play there by Dundas. He just dove and blocked that shot. Now back to the point, Handy. Handy over to Davis. Davis moves in. A shot. Save. Rebound. And it hits the post. Now a stick goes flying in the air. Back to the point, Davis. Davis over to Mordson. Mordson over to Handy. Now Handy with the shot. Goes to Davis. Davis with a shot. That one goes wide. Over to Chawachi, as it is some good action here in Game 3. Thunderbirds move it back to center ice. Here's Dundas. That's going to be offside. And we'll have a face-off with 12:01 to play in this first period. shot. 6-4 Soo Thunderbirds. They lead 1-0, Rob, but the Eagles certainly working their way back in this game. They've had a good last 4 or 5 minutes in this one.
They've really, they're coming to life. We discussed this, the physicality. I think when they utilize that to their benefit, it definitely helps. The big thing is you got to keep it in a way that is good hockey, and we don't have anybody injured and things like that. But it's making a difference. That
goal by Cooper Foster early in the first period, that's his 5th of the playoffs, as off the face-off. The Thunderbirds will play that off the end boards, and Gilmore makes the save. This will be our biggest crowd of the season, Rob. Have we had one in the 800s yet, to your knowledge?
I don't
pretty
think we've
close.
had an 8. We've been very close. So was
yep.
it 780 or something right in that area?
We'll talk more about that in the second period. Face off to the left of Gilmore, won by the Thunderbirds. Fellinger, now he fans on the shot. He'll play it off the end boards. Cap with it. Now Cap, back to the point. Fellinger just out of his reach. LaFrance almost had a break. Now puck at center ice. Back into the Thunderbird zone. Arbor on the chase. Number 91, Kobe Arbor. Behind the net to Chitteroni. Now Chitteroni still back there. Chitteroni still back there. Now we'll pass it back to Fellinger. Now Fellinger over to Chitteroni. Chitteroni back to center ice to Arbor. Now Lake picks up the puck across the line. He's got Cap going to the net, but that pass was a little behind him as the Eagles will clear it to center ice. Now Chitteroni on the chase for the Thunderbirds in front of his own net. Backhand pass over to Cap. Now Chitteroni again has it behind his own net. Now he'll skate it around in his own zone. Pack behind his own net. Thunderbirds in no rush to break out of their zone. Eagles really aren't pressuring them too much either. Now the Thunderbirds get it to center ice. Rhodey across the line. Now Rhodey, good stick handling, but he lost the puck. Gets it back. And that one will go all the way back to center ice. Chased by Trottier. Trottier off the boards. Pass out of the reach of Bellinger. Davis up to Daka. Now Swiatek will chip it in. Gibson behind his own net. Trottier. Now Trottier over to Navallo. And Navallo gets bumped by Swiatek. And the Thunderbirds will clear it to center ice. Rhodey across the line. Now here's Salem with the puck in his own zone for the Eagles. Daka up to Davis. Now Davis, pass, center circle off the stick of Salem as Eagles go for a line change. Halfway through this first period, 1-0 Soo Thunderbirds. Now the Thunderbirds have it in the neutral zone. Novello, taken away by the Eagles. Handy up to Slag. Now Slag will hit the linesman very close. An area you don't want to get hit. Now back to center ice. Here's the Thunderbirds with it. Foster, back pass. Ouellette over a shot. Oh, missing an open net. That was Michael Chaffee. He had all sorts of room, and he just roofed it. Big break for the Eagles there. Now here's Ouellette. Over along the far boards. Another chance for the Thunderbirds. Chaffee back to Burley. Now Chaffee at the point, and that one will go across the line as the Thunderbirds will have to touch up. Not many shots in this game, but certainly lots of chances. 6-4 the official shots total in favor of the Thunderbirds. It seems like there's been more shots than that as that puck will go all the way down the ice. Oh, there's a stick from behind on Ouellette. And again, the Eagles just cannot do those sorts of things. As you can see, the expression on head coach Doug LaPrade, that was very, very careless play by number 26, Tyler Cullenton.
You could see the writing on the wall. Sooner or later, the retaliation was going to catch up with you. And like I say, I think both teams are probably they're at that point where they've had enough. Let's keep it rough, but let's keep it clean.
And when you're that far behind the play and the referee is right there, that's not the time for retaliation. So the Soo Thunderbirds on the power play as the Eagles will clear the zone. Here's Finnis with it. Finnis shorthanded across the line. Finnis got around Chitteroni, but the puck got a little in front of him. So slashing the call on Cullenton, and the Eagles shorthanded but have the puck in their own zone. Daka over to Davis, Holy. Now Holy will shoot it all the way down the ice. Minute 35 left on the Thunderbirds power play. Thunderbirds power play 15% in the postseason. Eagles penalty kill 90%. Now Arbor had it poke checked away, and Finnis will shoot it down the ice. Minute 20 left on the Thunderbirds power play as they change it up. Thunderbirds getting some fresh bodies out there. They'll move it across to their own line. Foster, pass up to Santa Maria. Now Santa Maria gets hit hard by Slag. Puck behind the Eagles net. Thunderbirds still trying to set up their power play. They have it behind the net. Foster along with Chaffee. Now Chaffee at the point. Over to Foster. Foster back to Gibson. Now Gibson with the shot up high. Good save by Gilmore. And he'll hang on. Now a couple players having some words, but it looks like nothing will come out of that. 46 seconds left on the Soo Thunderbirds power play. Eagles doing a good job, Rob, shorthanded so far.
Obviously, a fantastic job. And if you're going to take some of these penalties, you're going to, let's say there's 3 or 4 each way, you're going to have to be good, both sides of it, or you're going to end up letting something go.
Face off to the right of Gilmore. Thunderbirds win the face-off. Gibson at the line. His shot, that'll hit the high glass behind the net. Over to Santa Maria. Now Chaffee with it along the end boards. Stick broken over there. I believe that's an Eagles player as Tulare gives his stick up. Now Gibson over to Foster. Back to the point. Gibson moves in. Or to Foster. Now Foster. Try to get it down low to Novello, but a good play by Holy. Back to the point. Gibson shot. That hits Tulare, who lost his stick. He gave it up to Mr. Fox. So it's a even more shorthanded opportunity for the Eagles as they'll shoot it down the ice, and that'll pretty much do it for the power play. So good job by the Eagles penalty kill unit as they're going to kill this one off. As the penalty to Cullenton will expire, Thunderbirds do have the puck. Here's a chance in front, taken away by Cullenton off the penalty box, or out of the penalty box. Now Cullenton across the line. Cullenton, nice pass to Fittis. Fittis shot, that deflects and goes wide. Now Fittis. Back to the point, Daka, his shot, that one's wide. Over to Davis. Davis moves it over the far corner. Fittis over there. Now Ferguson, pass to LaFrance. LaFrance in front, can't get a shot off. As Fittis will get it back to the point, Daka. Daka with the wrist shot, that one deflects wide, goes over to the other point to Davis. Davis tried to get it over to LaFrance, but that one broken up by the Thunderbirds, and they will clear the zone. 6:20 to play in this first period. Soo Thunderbirds with a 1-0 lead. They lead this best-of-7 Western Division Finals by 2-0 count. Now Chitteroni across the Eagles line. That one will deflect and go all the way back into the Thunderbird zone. Fellinger off the bench. Here's a chance for Swiatek on the steal, and a shot, and a good job there by Zeppa to poke check that one away. Now Handy at the point, over to Holy. Now Holy with the shot, that one blocked as well. Now an Eagles player gets dumped over in the far corner, Brisky, and that one will go back to center ice. In his own zone, Handy. Off the boards to Swiatek. Fellinger with it in his own zone. He'll clear it to center. Now Handy will keep it in. Now Handy in front. Handy with a shot, another shot, a big save there by Zeppa. 2 good opportunities for the Eagles. Now here come the Thunderbirds at center ice. Shots now 7-6 in favor of the Thunderbirds. They lead 1-0. Handy moves the puck into the Thunderbird zone. Gibson with it. Now Gibson had it taken away by Tulare. He's got Mortson in front. Oh, and Tulare trying to pass back to Mortson. Now Fox at the point. Moves it over. One-timer Daka. Bad shot there. And that puck will go right to Gibson. And back to center ice. Now here's a chance for Chawachi. And that's Gilmore out of his net to play it.
Smart move right there.
It sure was.
Real smart. They had a 2-on-1.
Now here's a chance for Chawachi. And a poke checked away by Mortson. Here's Tulare. He's got Fittis with them. Tulare across the line. Tulare in the slot. Tulare still has it. Tulare's shot. That'll deflect and go behind the net. Zeppa got a small piece of that one. Mortson back to Davis. Now Davis trying to get it back to Mortson. That one broken up by Santa Maria. Santa Maria across the line. He's got Chawachi with him. Santa Maria ran out of real estate. Still has the puck, though. Tries to get it to Burley in front. And that one will clear back to center ice. 4:20 left in this fast-moving first period. We still haven't had our media timeout. We haven't had a whistle in a while. Now Chaffee in front, a shot, and a goal! Michael Chaffee has given the Soo Thunderbirds a 2-0 lead with 4:13 to play in this first period. Eagles had a lot of opportunities, Rob, but it's the Thunderbirds that once again score. They lead 2-0. Gilmore would like to have that one back.
Just a little positioning issue. I mean, he was right there. He had it. He had the glove out. And like I say, when it just squeaked past that side,
So
that's one he'll definitely want back.
The Eagles will have to battle back from behind yet again. They've yet to have the lead in this series.
Michael Chaffee, assisted by number 16, Caden Dundas. Chaffee from Dundas, time of that goal, 4:13.
So Chaffee from Dundas, and it's 2-0 Soo Thunderbirds, and we will have our media timeout with 4:03 to play in this first period. Rob, the fans have certainly been into this one, and the Eagles have had a lot of good chances, but it just seems like the amount of chances they get, and then the Thunderbirds get one or two chances, they're just able to get those goals that the Eagles are not. And that's why they've won 24 straight.
Absolutely. No, like I say, that's the Eagles. They've got to find a way to capitalize on the opportunities they're getting, because they're getting them. They're there. I can see a few more actually for the Eagles than I've seen for the Thunderbirds in the last 10 minutes. But they've got to be able to capitalize on them and find a way to get that puck behind Zeppa.
And sometimes the Eagles seem to maybe do, in my opinion, one too many passes. You know,
yes.
You saw that 2-on-1 with Tlair and Morrison. It was a great idea, but you know, you got to try to bang one in, get one of those, get a deflection or something like that to get back in this game. It's only 2-0. We saw it the other night. They were down 2 goals in the third period, but they're going to have to try to get some bodies to the net and maybe get one of those, what you like to call garbage goals.
Garbage goals win games.
Yep, exactly. So here we go off the media timeout. Face off outside the Thunderbirds blue line. 2-0 Soo Thunderbirds, 4 minutes left in this first period. Eagles with the puck in their own zone. Daka off the boards to LaFrance. Now at the center circle. Here's Ferguson across the line. Ferguson with the backhand shot. That goes wide. Van Tighem on the chase. Now a Soo Thunderbirds player goes into the net. Here's a chance for Fox. Now Fox with the shot. Another save, Zeppa. Van Tighem gets hit hard in front by Chitteroni. Now Ferguson centering chance. That one goes through the slot as the Thunderbirds will clear it down the ice. Gilmore behind his own net. He's got to be careful. Gives up the puck. Here's a chance. And a good play there by the Eagles to break that one up. That was very close to being 3-0. All the way down the ice, Davis behind his own net. Davis over to Fox. Now Cullington at his own blue line. Broken up by Arbor. Now bouncing puck, Fox. That one goes off an Eagles player. Here's Foster. He gets hit in the head, and again, no call there. Eagles get a break. Sioux Ontario fans not happy with that one. Now here's a chance for Friend. His shot, that one goes wide. Over along the far boards, Arbor. Now Arbor will skate it across the Eagles line. Arbor and Cap. Here's Cap with it at the point. Cap, nice pass off the boards of Trottier. Trottier with the shot. Gilmore makes the save. Now Gibson, his shot. That one goes wide. The Soo Thunderbirds, they're not afraid to shoot it from anywhere.
No.
They have the opposite. They'll just fire it from any angle. Now here's Cap to the net. A shot, save. Gilmore rebound. And he will hold. And now we're going to see some of the rough stuff here as players starting to get a little upset. A Thunderbirds player gets dumped. And we'll see if we get any penalties out of this. The referees have pretty much kept the whistles in check. And this one's starting to bubble up a bit here, Rob, as you predicted.
I think they've had enough. You know, I guess that's. Yeah, it's great to watch them put the whistles away a little bit, but it's also one of those things that when you let things get a little too out of hand, you end up with a bad situation, and we're teetering, I think.
Yep. 9-7 the shots on goal in favor of the Soo Thunderbirds. They lead the Soo Eagles 2-0 with 2:23 left in this first period. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. Quick shot. That'll deflect off the high glass behind the net. Now puck along the near side board, still in the Eagles zone. Burley with it at the point. Burley shot deflected there, redirection, and a good save there by Gilmore. Good recovery. Daka gets it to center ice. Now taken by Cap. Over to Rhoda-Rody. Now Foster, there's going to be another big hit behind the play. And that gets the fans going every time. And the faceoff will stay outside the Eagles' blue line with 1:52 left in this first period. The Eagles have played hard, Rob. It's no lack of effort or anything like that. It's just capitalizing on your opportunities. They've yet to do so. Now face-off. We'll go back into the Soo Thunderbirds zone. Chitteroni plays it off the boards. Now here's Thaler. Had it poke checked away. Now Thaler gets the puck back. Now he loses it again. Chawachi will skate it to center ice for the Thunderbirds, trying to get around Davis. Now Chawachi still has the puck. And he'll lose the puck as the Thunderbirds will shoot it back into the Eagles zone. Minute 20 left in this first period. Eagles have it. Holy, his pass up to Thaler. Now Oldham. Oldham across the line. Now Oldham will chip it along the end boards in the Eagles zone. Davis has the puck. Now Davis, he'll skate it to center. Davis across the line, his shot, saves Zeppa. Rebound goes behind the net to Trache. We're under a minute to play in this first period. Soo Thunderbirds with a 2-0 series lead and a 2-0 lead in Game 3. Now Holy with it in his own zone. He'll flip it back into the Soo Thunderbirds end. Chased down by Trache. Now Trache will skate in front of his own goaltender. And he'll like that one so much, he'll do it again. Foster had it broken up at center ice. Now back to Gibson. Thunderbirds in no rush right now. Ouellette has it at center ice. He'll play it into the Eagles zone. Handy behind his own net. Now a bad pass, a shot, and a save there by Gilmore. Bad defensive turnover there, Rob, and Gilmore bailed the Eagles out. That could have been 3-0 going into the first intermission. That would have been disastrous.
Yeah, that was a great job by Gilmore to stay with the puck, stay right there and stop that up. But those are the defensive turnovers that they absolutely can't have.
Face off to the left of Gilmore. Shots on goal 11-8 in favor of the Soo Thunderbirds with 13 seconds left. LaFrance with it in his own zone. Looks like the Eagles are just pretty content to let the clock run out. It wasn't their first period. Soo Thunderbirds got on the board early in the first period, in the first minute, and tacked one on. And after one period of play, well, we're not quite done with the period yet as some of the players are having some conversations, but cooler heads will prevail after one period of play in Game 3 of the Western Division Final here at Pullar Stadium. The Soo Thunderbirds lead the series 2-0, and they lead Game 3 by a 2-0 count. We will take a 4-minute break. We come back. We will have our first intermission from Pullar Stadium. You are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400. After one period of play in Game 3 of the Western Division Finals between the Soo Eagles and the Soo Thunderbirds, the Soo Thunderbirds lead the Soo Eagles by the score of 2-0 as we are rejoined by color commentator Rob Horn. And Rob, certainly a very entertaining first period. The Thunderbirds got on the board early. The Eagles certainly had their chances, but they trail by the score of 2-0. Your thoughts on what's transpired here so far, sir?
You know, you take just the eye out on the prize. They've had a couple of turnovers that have definitely could have potentially really cost them. You've got to get in front of the net. You've got to put some more traffic in front of Zeppa. You got to do those things to create more opportunities, and they're getting them. The opportunities are there. They're not capitalizing. And I think I would just about guarantee that the locker room is full of get in front of the net, get that puck in the net, work the net, work that first 6 feet out. It has to be, because that's where a majority of that puck action that's been left there for us to grab a hold of has been right within 6 feet of Zeppa.
Recapping the scoring in that first period, the Soo Thunderbirds got on the board at the 34-second mark. Cooper Foster, his 5th goal of the playoffs, with an assist from Kelsey Ouellette. It was 1-0 Soo Thunderbirds early. And then Eagles had several chances, only 8 shots on goal, but many of those were very good at scoring chances. Soo Thunderbirds would capitalize on their scoring chance late in the first period. Michael Chaffee, his 5th goal of the playoffs, with an assist from Caden Dundas, making it 2-0 Soo Thunderbirds after 1. Shots on goal, 11-8 in favor of the Soo Thunderbirds. This the only game in the NOJHL tonight. Game 3 of the Eastern Division Finals will be tomorrow night in Hearst. The Timmins Rock and Hearst Lumberjacks tied at 1 game apiece. Game 4 of this series will be tomorrow night here at Pullar Stadium, 7 o'clock face-off. We'll have it on Hockey TV and News Talk 1400. And Rob, it kind of goes without saying that the Eagles almost have to have the next goal in this one. It's going to be tough to be down 3-0 and try to come back against this Soo Thunderbirds team because they're just firing on all cylinders. However, you could see the Eagles, when they would get physical, Thunderbirds maybe backed off a bit, and that's when the Eagles seem to create their scoring chances. So the Eagles got to continue their physical play, but they also have to continue to maintain their discipline.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and we discussed that. And I think as the Eagles ramp up that physicality, if this, I guess, let's just put it in a fan's perspective. When you have playoff hockey, the whistle gets used a whole lot less.
Yep.
Nothing against the refs for doing it that way. That makes a better play. I mean, it's just better that way, as long as you're not getting into that area where there's too much going on, and then you end up with some yard sale. But like I say, when the physicality picks up, you start getting into the elbowing, the holding, the little stuff that's happening in front of and behind the play. That also gets let go, and that starts to create the animosity of not getting those opportunities. So you have to make a choice. Do you keep the physical play up and hope that you can punch that goal in the back of the net, or do you lay off a little bit and try to get back to the hockey and utilize the skills to manage it?
We are going to take our final break here in our first intermission. When Rob and I come back, we will have the start of the second period of play here at Pullar Stadium, Game 3 of the Western Division NOJHL Finals. Soo Thunderbirds with a 2-0 series lead and a 2-0 lead here in Game 3. You are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400. And welcome back to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400 as we are a little late on our legal ID. You are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400 WKNW, Sault Ste. Marie. My name is Scott Nason. Our broadcast engineer back in the News Talk 1400 studios tonight is Tiffany Stratton, and as we are rejoined by Hockey TV cameraman and color commentator Rob Horn. As Rob, the Eagles have another hill to climb here tonight. Game 3 down at 2-0 in their best-of-7 Western Division Finals against the Soo Thunderbirds, and down 2-0 in this one. Obviously, keys to this period, the start, and the Eagles, to me, have to get a next goal or it's going to be very, very tough. What are some of your keys for this period for the Eagles to try to get back in it a bit?
Like I say, we've said it a couple of times, and you hate to be in that spot, but the Eagles, I mean, some of their best games have been when they've been down a goal or two in the beginning, and they've come back and come on, and they really start coming together and gelling, and so we've seen some things like this happen. But there's no question that defensively they've got to be really solid. They've got to make sure that they reduce any shot that they possibly can on Gilmore. Make sure that if he does have him, he can see him. Give him some space to be able to see it. Nothing from that dangerous area where you don't have time to react. And I guess the garbage goals win games motto. If you're going to put the puck on the goaltender and you're fired at that hot, it's going to come out 6-8 feet. You got to have somebody following it in from the other angle and make sure you're there for it.
Game 4 will be tomorrow night here at Pullar Stadium. A little earlier face-off, 7 o'clock, while the pregame show 6:45 on News Talk 1400 and online at Hockey TV. If there is a Game 5, that'll be on Monday at the John Rhodes Community Center. 7 o'clock face-off on Hockey TV. If there is a Game 6 needed, that will be back here at Pullar Stadium on Wednesday, 7 o'clock on News Talk 1400 and on Hockey TV. And if there is a Game 7 needed, that'll be a week from tonight at the John Rhodes Community Center in Sioux, Ontario on Hockey TV. Eastern Finals will resume tomorrow night up in Hearst. The Timmins Rock and Hearst Lumberjacks tied at 1 game apiece. Game 4 will be Sunday afternoon. The winner of this series will take on the winner of that series And the winner of the NOJHL Championship Best of 7 series, which will start at the beginning of May, will get an automatic berth into the Centennial Cup. And they do have the schedule as far as which leagues will be taking on which leagues representatives, which will take place in Estevan, Saskatchewan in late May. We'll try to get to that either tonight or tomorrow night, as we are a little delayed at getting started. Shots on goal in this game, 11-8 in favor of the Soo Thunderbirds, but they lead this game at 2-0. Eagles down 2-0. They want to get this one and not fall down 0-3, because very, very, very few teams in any sport, in any league, have come back from an 0-3 deficit. Puck in the Thunderbird zone. Here's Foster with it. Gets it behind the net to Dundas. Now Dundas over to Chitteroni. Now a turnover by the Thunderbirds. Fittis plays it behind the net, but Mortson gets it. Now Mortson back to the point, just out of the reach of Daka. That one goes back to center ice. Now shot in by Holy, off the end boards. Chitteroni gives it to Foster. Now Foster, pass on the right wing side to Chaffee. Chaffee back pass to Foster, doesn't connect. Eagles break that up. Now bouncing puck, Ouellette has it in the slot. Ouellette back to Dundas, his shot. Gilmore will make the save and hold. We've played 52 seconds of this second period. It's still 2-0 Soo Thunderbirds. Good crowd here at Pullar Stadium on a very nice day in the Twin Saults. Temperatures, right around 50 today. Rob, you're sporting the shorts.
Sporting the shorts. It was quite a nice day.
And that'll change. Weather looks a little rougher for the next few days.
Yeah, a little bit warm, but some rain.
Yep, we can clean things up a bit. Now the Thunderbirds have it behind the Eagles' net. That's Chawachi. Now Chawachi, poke checked away along the near boards. Davis on him. Now Oldham in there along with Ferguson for the Eagles. Oldham to Santa Maria. Now poke checked away by Gilmore. Puck still along the near boards in the Eagles zone. Davis, dangerous pass in front of his own net to Handy. Now Handy center ice, LaFrance. LaFrance, he's being held up. Fans want a holding penalty, none called.
There.
Now Oldham across the line. Oldham, backhand shot, save Gilmore. Rebound goes behind the net to Oldham. Hits the side of the net. Now again hits the side of the net. Centering chance. That puck hits the side of the net for the third time. As again, the Eagles kind of standing around in their own zone. Burley shot, and that's going to be gloved down by Gilmore.
Oh.
And we'll have a face-off with 18:08 to play in this second period. Still 2-0 Soo Thunderbirds. So face-off will go to the left of Gilmore. Eagles got to be not looking around so much, Rob, in my opinion, in their own zone. They're starting to kind of stand and watch, and you can't do that against a team like the Thunderbirds.
That's one I thought they were going to catch there. He had stick up between the legs, and I thought for sure he was going to call it.
Face off in the Eagle zone. Brisky behind his own net, over to Holy. Now Holy gets it up to Swiatek, picked up by Salem. Salem across the line. Salem with the shot. That hits Zeppa somewhere. Might have hit him
Right
in the
head.
helmet, yeah.
Right in the helmet.
As that deflected and went into the netting behind the net, so it'll keep the face-off in the Soo Thunderbird zone. Face-off to the right of Zeppa. Eagles looking to get their first win of this best-of-7 series. Thunderbirds haven't lost in the playoffs as of yet. They've only lost once in the year 2022. Now Brisky plays that off the referee. Don't think he intended to do that as the Thunderbirds move to center ice. Now Arbor across the line. Arbor back to the point. Burley now taken away by the Eagles. Eagles have a rare odd man rush. Now Brisky with it. Brisky with the shot. That one goes wide. Over to Fox. Now his pass in front. Taken away by the Thunderbirds, and they'll clear it to center ice. Cap up to Lake. He'll chip it in to the Eagles zone. Now Cap behind the net. He runs into Holy, who
net's way up.
Yep, knocks the net off. And now Cap and Holy having some words. Just one penalty in this game. It's been a very physical game, but just one penalty. That one against the Eagles. So neither team has had a lot of special teams opportunities tonight. Eagles haven't had any power play attempts. Shots on goal 13-8 in favor of the Soo Thunderbirds. They lead by the score of 2-0. Face off to the left of Gilmore. Big crowd on hand here at Pullar Stadium. Eagles win the face-off. Cullington trying to clear it. He can't. Deflected there by Novello in front. And a big save by Gilmore. Now back to the point. Dundas. Rather Chitteroni over to Gibson. Now Gibson centering chance in front. Eagles get that out. Now Chitteroni winds and fires. That one trickles just wide. Eagles having trouble clearing their own zone.
I think that got Daka where there was no padding.
Now here's Rhodey. Rhodey with the puck. In the Eagles zone. Now there's a cross check on the Thunderbirds player. And now Gilmore is going after the Thunderbirds player, but you really can't say much. Now Gilmore going right after Bellinger, and Gilmore wants to drop the gloves with Bellinger. And I got to say, Rob, to Bellinger's defense, he got cross-checked right into Gilmore. I don't think he went after Gilmore at all. I thought he got cross-checked into him.
He got pushed into him and then swatted at him after the fact. Yeah, so he's been after him all night. That's two slashes that he's got on Gilmore earlier this evening after the whistle, and that's
and Gilmore wanted to go. I mean, he was ready to drop the gloves. Yeah. You don't see that very often. You'll see goaltenders do that against each other, but we'll see how this one washes out, Rob.
Like I say, it's one of those things. I think he's had enough. He got ran twice already. Most recently, and he's at that point where he's had enough.
Let's see who's in the penalty box right now. You have Daka in there for the Soo Eagles. Now you have Bellinger in there for the Soo Thunderbirds. Now you can't put Gilmore in there. If you give him a penalty, that's going to have to be served by somebody else. So 2 minutes on the board for the Eagles. So my guess is the Eagles are going to get the extra penalty in this one. Thunderbirds with 5 players out there. Eagles just have 2.
Door's still open on the Thunderbird side as well.
So you can kind of feel this one potentially getting to this point, and, well, we just saw it there. As Bellinger was ridden into Gilmore, and Gilmore took exception to that. And really, a lot of times you'll see a goalie maybe do 1 or 2 swats, but Gilmore, he kept going.
In. He was all in.
Yep. And it looks like the Thunderbirds will, in fact, get a power play on this. So you just have Daka in the bench, so maybe he's getting the extra 2 for it. I'm not sure, but we'll find out from Ken Aiken. Soo Thunderbirds on their second power play of the night, leading at 2-0. So now it looks like Gilmore will get a penalty. That's going to be Van Tegum. That'll serve the penalty, I would assume, to Gilmore. We'll get clarification from Ken Aikens. Thunderbirds on the power play, leading by 2. Now Fox behind his own net. A stick goes up in the air. Now a shot and a goal! Michael Chaffee scoring his second goal of the night on the power play, 7 seconds into it. And the Soo Thunderbirds are up 3-0 and very well could be up in this series 3-0. So a lot of time left, though. 16:28 to play in the second period. So a power play goal as the Soo Thunderbirds up 3-0 in Game 3. And everything going the visitors' way tonight. We never did get the penalty calls.
In Daka, 2 minutes for roughing. To number 31, Ryan Gilmore, 2 minutes for roughing. And to the Soo Thunderbirds, number 63, Kenny Bellinger Jr., 2 minutes for roughing.
There's the penalties.
Penalties, 16:35.
Now a shot in front, that deflects, goes
27, wide. Michael Chaffee. Assisted by number 18, Kelsey Woodland.
Now a wraparound chance for the Eagles, and that one goes through the crease. That was one of their best scoring opportunities.
Like I said, they're the cheap shots on Tiller out in front to get the cross section behind. They're really working on him. They know that he's dangerous and they know what he can cause. And if he gets the puck on his stick, like right here, Now
back to the point, a shot, save, rebound, Fittis, and another save by Zeppa. Now Fittis battling in front. Now Tiller taking exception.
I think Tiller's had enough as well.
And so we'll see if any more penalties come out of this as we cut off Ken Akins on that third goal. Michael Chaffee getting the goal. That's his second of the night. And we didn't get the assist on the goal. It looks like we still will not, as we don't have it listed yet. But it's 3-0 Soo Thunderbirds, 15:38 to play in this second period. Now we're going to have
one of the T-Birds players supposed to be right here at 11 is supposed to be in the box as well.
So that's going to be Sam Holy going to the box for the Eagles, and Cooper Foster going to the box for the Soo Thunderbirds. And Sam Holy having lots of conversation down here, and I don't think they're talking about cross-border travel. Then we don't have a mic'd up moment down there, Rob. The FCC might be calling us along with some others.
How do they say it's easier to get forgiveness than approval?
That's true, yes, indeed. So it looks like the Eagles might get the extra penalty in this one as well, Rob, as there's 2 minutes on the board for the home side, and still nothing yet on the visitors.
This is match. These are washed out.
So says you. Face-off going back in the Eagles' zone, Rob, so I don't think they will. So it looks like the Thunderbirds back on another power play. It took them just about 8 seconds to score on their last opportunity, and this will be their third power play attempt of the night, and a chance really to put the Eagles up against it. They're already up against it, down 3-0 in this game, and potentially down 3-0 in this series. So that third goal by Michael Chaffee, his sixth goal of the season, another assist from Kelsey Ouellette, his seventh assist to the playoffs. That a power play goal. As head coach Doug LaPrade not real thrilled with how things are going. Getting a little hot under the collar.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can too.
I can see it.
So face off to the right of Gilmore. Shots on goal 15-10 in favor of the Thunderbirds. They lead game 3, 3-0. Eagles got to kill off another power play opportunity. Now the Thunderbirds keep the puck in the Eagles zone. Here's Arbor. Back to the point, Chitteroni. Now Chitteroni moves in a shot. Save Gilmore, rebound, and he'll hold on. Here's the penalty calls.
The Eagles, number 6, Sam Holy. 10-minute unsportsmanlike misconduct. Time of those penalties, 15:38. To the Eagles, number 24, Brian Fittis. 2 minutes for high sticking. Fittis for high sticking. Time of that penalty, 15:38.
So they had a couple 10-minute misconducts, and then Fittis gets the extra penalty for high sticking. Face off to the right of Gilmore. Thunderbirds win the draw. Here's Dundas at the point. Flips it over to Arbor. Now Arbor's shot. Deflects in front. Puck still loose. Picked up by Handy, who will shoot it down the ice. Minute 35 left on the Soo Thunderbirds power play. 15 minutes left in this second period. Thunderbirds with a 3-0 lead. Now here's Arbor across the line. Pass, a little out of the reach of Cap. Now Ferguson over in the near corner. 3 Thunderbirds over there taken by Chawachi. Now Chawachi off the far boards to Dundas. Dundas back to Chitteroni. He plays it off the end boards. Cap with it. Darren Cap, edge of the far circle. Pass to the near point, Arbor. Arbor back to Chitteroni. He winds and fires. That one goes wide. Rebound all the way back to Chitteroni. Eagles trying to clear the zone. Chitteroni keeps it in. Good play by him. Now here's a chance for Chawachi. At the doorstep, it's Cap. Now Cap back to the point. Chitteroni. Chitteroni's pass deflects and goes across the line as Eagles break it up. 40 seconds left on the Soo Thunderbirds power play. Chitteroni in his own zone off the boards. Fox will play it off the far board. Swiatek will go to the bench so he doesn't get offside. Good, smart heads-up play. Here's Santa Maria. Santa Maria trying to get around Fox, but puck still at center ice. Now here's Chitteroni. Chitteroni up to Santa Maria. 15 seconds left on the Thunderbirds power play. Now that broken up by Tlair. Here's Mortson with it. Short-handed up to the Tlair. Going to have a penalty on the Thunderbirds as Mortson was taken down behind the play. Now Tlair is held up along the far boards, and so the Soo Eagles will go on their first power play.
I think they're both going to call one. Potentially. I'm not 100% on this one. No, just the one,
I don't think
Scott.
so, yeah, just
He had
the
the one back here, and then he was the hold over there. I thought he was calling as well.
So the Soo Eagles will go on their first power play of the night in 4 seconds. 13:42 to play in the second period. 3-0 Soo Thunderbirds. Game 4 tomorrow night here at Pullar Stadium. 7 o'clock face-off. While the pregame show 6:45. Eagles could be facing an elimination game if this score holds up.
Kelsey Willett, 2 minutes for holding.
So holding the call on Willett, and the Eagles on their first power play. Has not been very effective in the postseason. They want to change that right here. As the Thunderbirds shoot the puck down the ice, Davis behind his own net. Minute 40 left on the Eagles power play. They skate it to center ice. Fittis moves it across the line, bouncing puck, stick down by Arbor. Eagles can't keep it in as that pass just out of the reach of Davis and goes down the ice. Gilmore over in the far corner, now Davis. Eagles getting sloppy in their own zone, still have it there, and they'll move it to center ice. Minute 15 left on the power play. Fittis had it poke checked away, now Arbor moves it behind the net. Back to the point, Mortson gets it back. Now Mortson over to Telaire. Telaire moves in, shot. That one blocked in front. Now Telaire over at the far circle. Back to Mortson. Mortson over to Davis. Now Davis has his pass deflected. Good play there by Bellinger as he'll move it down the ice. 45 seconds left on the Eagles' power play. Yet to get a shot on it. Just 11 shots in this game. Credit the Thunderbirds' defense. It's been strong. Davis over to Handy. Now Handy will play it into the Thunderbirds zone. Thunderbirds will clear it down the ice. And again, this Eagles power play struggling at home during the postseason. 20 seconds left on the Eagles power play. Have at their own blue line. Ferguson. Now he loses it. All sorts of trouble for the Eagles on the power play as they have it once again in their own zone. Now poke checked away by Santa Maria. Davis avoids a Santa Maria breakaway, but that was not a good power play for the Soo Eagles at all, as that'll do it for their extra man advantage. Thunderbirds have it in their own zone. Now Ferguson with the turnover, a shot up high, saves Zeppa, rebound goes to Willett, and he'll move it to center ice. Now Willett across the line. Willett trying to get around Daka. Daka rides him out of the play a bit as the Eagles will move it back to center ice. Now here's Dundas. He'll keep it in. Brisky on the chase. Brisky will play it off the far boards. Chitteroni keeps it in. Now Chitteroni, he'll play it off the far corner boards to the near side. Brisky, he gets knocked down. Now Daka takes it behind his own net. Eagles struggling to clear the zone again. Thunderbirds just working a little harder for the puck right now. Thunderbirds have it again. Here's Chaffee with it. Chaffee's pass over the stick of Dundas. That goes back to center ice. Chitteroni in his own zone to Chaffee on the left wing side. He'll play it off the far boards behind the net. Handy picks it up for the Eagles. Gets it up to Brisky. Now Brisky over to LaFrance. Now LaFrance across the line. LaFrance trying to get around Chitteroni. Now Ferguson with it. Puts it in front. That one's swatted away by Trottier. Now the Eagles. Ferguson back to the point. Davis over to Fox. One-timer. Fans on the shot as the Thunderbirds with it. They'll skate it across their own line. On the right wing side, Oldham. He's bumped by Fox. Now Eagles with it. Fox at center ice. Fox and Brisky. Now Fox across the line. Pass way in front of Brisky. As the Thunderbirds will clear it to center ice. Halfway through the second period, 3-0 Soo Thunderbirds, and we will have our media timeout. So, Rob, it's time to play Guess the Attendance here at Pullar Stadium. I believe you have won every Guess the Attendance we've had in the postseason.
So far.
Yep, so far, and let's hope that postseason.
Tonight's on you, I believe.
Yep, tonight is on me, so it's my turn to put up a guess as far as how many fans are here at Pullar Stadium. You, sir, will say higher or lower. Special guest in the Guess the Attendance, my wife Becky, who is sitting to my right.
I'm going to ask, has she been counting?
She has, actually. Yep.
I mean,
yep.
It's this one's kind of. I think this one's going to be we can't count this one. You've got some help.
All right, well, since she's been counting and has given me the subtle signs of marriage, all good ones, mind you, I'm going to put up a guess, Rob, of I want to say 800, but I'm not confident that there's 800.
Do you want to say 800? Or are you going to Price is Right it and go with the crowd?
I'm going 805.
805.
805.
That's 805.
805. So you say higher or lower,
I'm going to
sir?
say slightly lower.
And
slightly.
Mrs. Nason? Okay, Mrs. Nason's going higher. Okay,
higher than 805.
All right, so 805 is the guess. And we got one high and one low. So we will find out the end of the second period as we're back to action here at Pullar Stadium. 3-0 Soo Thunderbirds in Game 3 of the West Division Finals in the NOJHL. Thunderbirds with a 2-0 series lead, looking to put the Eagles in a hammerlock heading into Game 4. Eagles with the turnover in the Thunderbird zone. Davis at the point. Now Davis's shot, that goes behind the net. Cullington with it. Moves it over to Swiatek. Now Swiatek over on the far boards to Davis. Davis to Cullington. Cullington. It's up to Santa Maria. Now that one taken by Santa Maria. He'll play it back in his own zone. Crowd gotten a little quieter here in the second period as that puck will go over the rafters. Surprised that didn't hit anything there, Rob.
Caleb thinks it did.
I do too. Now here's Mortson. Mortson with it, a one-timer. Oh, and Fittis missed the net. What a passing opportunity there for the Soo Thunderbirds. Yep, one too many passes again, Rob. We've said that a lot tonight. And that was the Eagles' best scoring chance. They really needed that one. Now here's Fittis across the line. Fittis with it, and that one will deflect off of Burley over in the far corner. You'll still have it. Mortson shot. That'll go right into Zeppa as Fittis is cut down right in front of Zeppa by Burley. And that one was pretty clear to see. We'll see if anything is called.
I think
you gotta call. Yeah, you gotta call something there.
Yep.
So a break for the Eagles, but Eagles got to capitalize, Rob, on these power plays if they're going to get back in this game, and here's their chance right now.
Like I said, that was a great passing, opportunity that they had coming into it. But at the same time, you've got to capitalize. As I said, one too many passes.
Yep.
He was wide open on the far side, and that would have been the time to shoot.
And credit to the Eagles. They've really been unselfish all season long, Rob, but this is one of those situations, sometimes you got to be selfish. You got to take the shot. That one shot down the ice.
Zane Burley, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, you could have called that many things. They call it unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's see if the Eagles can call it a better power play, and they're struggling out of the gate as Tlair moves the puck in. Eagles yet to get a shot on their power play. Mortson back to the point, Davis. Now Davis over to Mortson. And Mortson can't keep it in, and the Thunderbirds shoot it down the ice. So again, the Soo Eagles power play, which was clicking so good February and early March, has really hit a rough stretch late in the season and in the postseason. They'll fire it off the end boards. Cap with it for the Thunderbirds behind his own net. And he can't clear it, kept in by Davis. But again, the Eagles just can't seem to get possession in the offensive zone, and the Thunderbirds easily shoot it down the ice. As Coach Doug LaPrade just kind of puts his hand over his head, clearly frustrated with the Eagles' power play tonight. Now here's LaFrance. He'll skate it across the line up to Brisky. Brisky back to Ferguson, over to Brisky. Now Brisky behind the net to Handy. 35 seconds left on the power play. At the point, Davis over to Handy. Handy tried to get it back to Davis. That one's deflected back to center ice. Still no shots on either power play for the Eagles. Just 20 seconds left on this one. And they just give the puck up, and the Thunderbirds just easily shoot it down the ice. And that's almost going to do it for another Eagles power play, as they have it in their own zone with 10 seconds left on it. Davis over to LaFrance. Now LaFrance across the line. LaFrance's shot. And there's the first shot on goal in almost 4 minutes of power play. And that one easily saved by Zeppa. And he will hold with 6:33 to play in this second period. 1 second left on the Eagles' power play. 3-0 Soo Thunderbirds. So face off to the right of Zeppa. As now the Thunderbirds back at full strength. And they will call that icing with just 1 second left on the power play. So special teams, Rob, we talked about it. Needed to be good for the Eagles, and it is not tonight. Fans still trying to get into this game and fire the Eagles up. They were down 3-1 in game 2 and came back to force overtime, so this one isn't done. But the Eagles are really up against it right now, down 2-0 in the series and down 3-0 in game 3 with 6:23 left in the second period. Face off to the right of Noah Zeppa. Both teams have played 2 goaltenders in this series. And the Soo Thunderbirds goaltenders have played very, very well, both with the goals against average is under 2 in the postseason. Eagles have it at center ice. They'll fire it back into the Thunderbird zone. Chased down by Gibson. Now the Thunderbirds will flip that one to center ice. Bouncing puck. Chaffee, who has 2 of the Thunderbirds' 3 goals tonight, will move it into the Eagles zone. Now Fox with it off the boards to Swiatek. Swiatek will flip that one up to center ice. As Cullenton will play that one back into the Thunderbird zone. Gibson with the puck. Now Gibson up to Chaffee. Chaffee moves it across the line. Chaffee now back past Cap. Cap with the shot. Hits his own player in front. Now Ouellette with it. Ouellette along the near boards to Dundas. His shot. That goes wide. Over to Burley. Now Burley with the puck. Puts it in front. That one taken away by Fox. Now the Eagles still having trouble in their own zone. Fox with it. Now an Eagles player gets knocked down. Centering chance. Taken away by Fox. And Fox will flip that one. And that's going to look out. That's going to cause a few fans to duck for cover. 5:09 to play in this third period. Shots 16 apiece, but it's all Thunderbirds, Rob. Eagles have a big, big hill to climb right now.
You've got, as you say, about 25 minutes left in this game, and they need to start putting some pucks in the net.
They need to get one this period.
They need to get one this period,
Yep.
And then that'll put some momentum in the car.
Face-off controlled by the Eagles in their own zone. They haven't played poorly this second period, but they haven't had as many chances as they did in the first. A puck at center ice. Arbor up to Dundas. Dundas across the line. Good job by LaFrance. Break that up. Here's Van Tegum. He'll play it off the far boards. Thunderbirds with it. The Eagles player falls down. There's a big hit by Van Tegum. See if the Eagles can capitalize in front. Bouncing puck. Loose a shot. Oh, how's that one in? No, how did that not go in the net? That was loose in the crease. Now Davis's shot. That hits a player in front. Looks like the Eagles certainly had a goal. Somehow that didn't go in. Now a shot and another big hit over in the far corner boards as the Thunderbirds will shoot that one down the ice. We have an icing call. And Rob, it really looked like the Eagles were going to put that puck in, but somehow Zeppa and probably about 2 or 3 of his own players kept that one out.
Yeah, that looked like really. How does that not end up in the back of the net?
Yeah.
We've seen that a couple of times this year, but not. That was probably that's a highlight reel. How did it not?
An old puck luck thing that we talk about, Rob. Eagles have not had it in this game. Here's Brisky with it. Now Brisky in front, back to the point. Holy, quick shot. Brisky on the rebound.
There it is.
And a goal! Zach Brisky gives the Eagles a much-needed goal and gives the home fans something to cheer about With 3:58 to play in this second period, it's now 3-1 Soo Thunderbirds. And credit Sam Holy on that one, Rob. It didn't put the hardest shot on net, but it was a quick shot. It was kind of a disguise shot, and that made a quick rebound, and then Brisky put it in. That's why you shoot the puck on the net right there.
Garbage goals win games.
Exactly. So the Eagles got something to cheer about now, down by 2.
Goal scored by number 25, Zach Brisky. Assisted by number 19, Charlie Salem, and number 6, Sam Holy.
So Salem and Holy get the assists on the goal by Brisky, and it's 3-1 Thunderbirds. 3:35 left in this second period. Now the Eagles move it to center ice. Mortson across the line. Mortson into Tiller. Tiller's shot hits the side of the net. Rebound, puck still loose. Zeppa makes the save. Now over in the far corner, Sam Holy Fittis gets it back to the point. Fox. Now Fox moves in. His shot hits a player in front. Here's Chawachi with it at center ice. Chawachi across the line. Little flip shot there as Gilmore will hold on and make the save with 3:11 to play in this second period. And now here we go, Chawachi. A couple players going after Holy. I kind of lost track of it there, Rob. I was gazing up at the clock, and then what happened there?
He slapped Holy or Gilmore as he went past him after the whistle. He hit him again. Still no call.
Well, it looks like they're going to call something on Mr. Holy, and he is not happy. And so it looks like the Eagles are going to take the short end of this call. I was looking up at the scoreboard, so I didn't see it. And certainly the fans and others, we'll just say, are not real happy with the call. And so let's see. Because assistant coach Fedorov is really upset. I think only people with a Canadian passport are happy about that call. We have a few of them here tonight. And so I didn't see it, so I got nothing to say. We're rejoined by color commentator Rob Horn after he had to run to the restroom there for a second. Face off to the left of...
You don't get many breaks to do that. You had to make a quick run.
No, you always have to go potty when you can. Now face off won by the Thunderbirds. Here's the...
2 minutes for cross-check.
So cross-checking the call on Holy. Thunderbirds on the power play. Big kill for the Eagles. Now the Thunderbirds with it. Daka takes it away, and he'll wrap it hard off the boards and down the ice. So the intensity has picked up, and the crowd's certainly into it now with that goal and penalty call that many did not agree with. And when many, I mean almost all the Americans.
I'm going to say, yeah. You start throwing your stick at the goaltender after the whistle, and it normally causes problems.
You would think. Now at the point, Gibson over to Santa Maria. Santa Maria moves in. Minute 15 left on the power play. Thunderbirds with a 3-1 lead. Now here's Chaffee. Over to Foster. Foster back to the point. Gibson over to Santa Maria. Nice pass. A little too strong for Foster. Now Foster along the far boards as Daka can't clear it. Kept in by Gibson. Gibson over to Santa Maria. Pass a little behind him. Now Santa Maria in the near corner. Puts it in front. That one broken up by the Eagles. Can't clear it again. Here's Foster. Foster back to Gibson. Gibson shot. Blocker save there. Gilmore. 45 seconds left on the Eagles power play. Back to the point. Gibson. Gibson over to Foster. Moves in. Foster's shot. That one's wide of the net. Ouellette along the end boards, 30 seconds left on the power play. Santa Maria back to the point, Gibson. Gibson over to Foster. Now Foster back past Gibson. Gibson over to Santa Maria. Santa Maria puts it in front, but the Eagles will finally get it out of the zone with 20 seconds left on the Thunderbirds power play. Minute 30 left in this second period. Both teams with a quick change. And it's a good thing it was quick because the Eagles almost gave up a really bad shorthanded situation. Now here's Chitteroni at the point. 5 seconds left on the power play. Chitteroni's pass over to Dundas. Now Dundas back to the point. Arbor over to Chitteroni. His shot, save in front. Eagles back to full strength. Minute left in this second period. Eagles with a little momentum now, only trailing by 2. But a steal by the Thunderbirds taken right away by the Eagles, and they'll shoot it down the ice. And that looks to be an icing call with 53 seconds left in this second period. And Rob, it certainly looks a lot better than it did a few minutes ago, even if the Eagles don't score and go into the second period, second intermission at down 3-1. They know they've done this once before. Can do it again.
Can do it again.
Face off to the right of Gilmore. Shots on goal 2018 in favor of the Eagles. Face off control by the Thunderbirds. They'll play it behind the net. Brisky, Davis, now Handy takes it. Holy will move it to center ice. Dundas gets it up to Foster. Now on the right wing side. That's roulette. We're going to have another penalty on the Eagles. And that's going to go against, I believe, Davis.
Interference, and the puck's out of their feet.
And so right back to the power play as Fedorov not real happy. Intense guy over there. And
you know, he believes in these kids, and he believes in what they're doing. And, I mean, like I said, there's more hockey knowledge there than you'll have in any amount of stripes we have on the ice, I'm sure. So I'm sure he's getting frustrated as well.
So face-off will stay in the Eagles zone as the Thunderbirds back on the power play. This one will carry over to the third period if they don't score in the next 31 seconds. Eagles, here's the penalty call.
Trevor Davis, 2 minutes for interference.
So interference, the call on Davis as Eagles, well, that hit a glove on the bench. And so that should bring the face-off outside the zone. Although Cole Jarrett disagrees. Is that the right call there, Rob?
That's
if his
the
own
right call.
player?
Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah.
It comes out.
Yep. So face-off outside the Eagles' blue line. 20 seconds left here in this second period. Thunderbirds control the face-off. Pass just out of the reach of Gibson. Now Gibson going to the net, centering chance. Broken up by Daka, and he gets slammed into the boards over in the far corner. Fans want a penalty, but none called. And now here's a chance for, rather the Thunderbirds have it in their own zone, and they will fire it down the ice. And I'm sure now, here we go, we have some more words. As Fox going over there. And these referees will not be very well serenaded.
No, they're not going to be liked.
Nope, as both teams having some discussions. And now Chase Tillere really having some words with one of the referees. And all sorts of commotion going on at the ice as we speak. As the Soo Thunderbirds will go to the bench. And Chase Tillere really having some words with one of the referees out there. And assistant coach Fedorov is saying, just get off the ice. And so after 2 periods of play in Game 3 of the NLJHL's Western Division Finals, the Soo Thunderbirds lead the Soo Eagles by the score of 3-1 in Game 3 of this series. We will take a 4-minute break. We come back. We will have our second intermission from Pullar Stadium. You are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400. And welcome back to Pullar Stadium in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Game 3 of the NLJHL's Western Division Final. The Soo Thunderbirds lead the best-of-7 series 2-0, and they lead Game 3 here tonight by the score of 3-1. As we hit the top of the hour, you are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on WKNW News Talk 1400. My name is Scott Nason. Our broadcast engineer back in the News Talk 1400 studios is Tiffany Stratton. We will be rejoined in a little bit by color commentator Rob Horn as the Soo Eagles entered the second period down 2-0. Recapping the scoring in the second period, the Thunderbirds would take a 3-0 lead at the 3:32 mark of the second period as Michael Chaffee, his second goal of the night on the power play, his 6th of the playoffs, with an assist from Kelsey Ouellette to make it 3-0 Soo Thunderbirds. And the Eagles needed a goal before the end of the second period, and they would get one as Zach Brisky would score his second goal of the postseason. at the 16:02 mark with assists from Charlie Salem and Sam Holy. 3-1 Soo Thunderbirds after 2 periods of play. Shots on goal in that second period, 12 for the Eagles, a 2-period total of 20. 7 for the Soo Thunderbirds, a 2-period total of 18. The Soo Thunderbirds with a power play goal tonight. They will have about a minute and a half left on the power play to start the third period. Eagles power play not very effective so far tonight, but they're still in it. They're down 3-1 here in Game 3. They were down 3-1 in Game 2 in the third period. Came back to tie it before losing in overtime. So the Eagles still have a chance, but they lose this game, it's going to be awfully tough to win a best-of-7 series down 3-0. Game 4 will be here tomorrow night at Pullar Stadium, 7 o'clock face-off. We'll have the pregame show 6:45 on News Talk 1400 and on Hockey TV. If there is a Game 5, that will be played on Monday night over in Soo, Ontario at the John Rhodes Community Center. Game 6, if necessary, will be back here at Pullar Stadium on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And Game 7, if that is needed, will be a week from tonight at the John Rhodes Community Center. As we are rejoined by color commentator Rob Horn. And Rob, a very eventful second period. Both teams get a goal. Eagles down 2 going into the third period. Your thoughts on the second period and what's gone down so far?
Well, like I say, as we know, the physicality's picked up, the pace has picked up. We're in a similar situation as we were on Tuesday night. So you've got to put your foot against the gas and grab that at least that tie at the end, and then push through to pick up that extra goal.
Rob, our guess the attendance challenge tonight. I put up a guess of 8:0 something. Doesn't matter.
No.
You said
mine
lower.
Didn't matter either. It was
My wife, my beautiful wife, I might add, Becky said higher. And who was right tonight?
Becky.
that's usually how it goes.
we're not you. I mean Becky.
What was our final attendance?
What was that?
951, I think you said.
926.
926. Okay.
So full house.
Full house indeed. Yeah, good crowd here at Pullar Stadium. And Rob, the Eagles, still in it, but the Thunderbirds team will start the third period on the power play. A must-kill for the Eagles. They can't give up any more goals if they're going to win, because both goaltenders have played well throughout the postseason, but Eagles can weather that early storm. They still have a chance.
Absolutely, yeah. If they can get through this first couple minutes, get past that penalty, push hard, push to get a couple of goals. They've done it before. They just did it a couple of nights ago. There's no reason they can't get this game leveled up and stay on top of things. I've seen several games where the Eagles have been the best third period team that I've ever seen, and this is going to have to be one of them. They're going to have to come out on fire, and they're going to have to put some pucks in the back of that.
Tune in Monday night to the Twin Sault's only local, regional, and national sports show, The Game, right here on News Talk 1400 after a week off last week due to the Easter holiday weekend. We will be back on Monday night. We'll have local sports to start the show. Our special guest will be Chris Dunbar, Commissioner of the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, who will give us a spring sports update in the GLIAC. We'll also be joined by David McKeag Jr., host of the Game Sports Show in Soo, Ontario, along with Butch Davis from Butch on Sports, all on The Game Monday night from 6 to 8 o'clock right here on News Talk 1400. We will take our final break here in our second intermission. When Rob and I come back, we'll have the start of the third period of play at Pullar Stadium, Game 3 of the Western Division the finals between the Soo Eagles and the Soo Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds with a 2-0 series lead and a 3-1 lead in Game 3 here tonight. You are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400. We are just a few minutes away from the start of the third period of play here at Pullar Stadium. Game 3 of the NOJHL's Western Division Finals. The Soo Thunderbirds with a 2-0 lead in the best-of-7 series. They also have a 3-1 lead in Game 3 here tonight. The other series will resume tomorrow night in Hearst as the Eastern Finals is knotted at 1 game apiece between the Hearst Lumberjacks and the Timmins Rock. Game 3 tomorrow night, 7:30 in Hearst, and then Game 4 on Sunday at 4 p.m. The winner of that series will take on the winner of this series, and the winner of the NLJHL Championship, which will start in early May, will get an automatic berth into the 2022 Centennial Cup, which will be May 19th through the 29th in Estevan, Saskatchewan, as there will be 10 teams joining the host Estevan Bruins, and the schedule is out. Of course, we don't know who the teams will be representing these leagues, but we do know which leagues will play which other leagues in the tournament, and the NLJHL representative will have their first game on Thursday, May 19th, and they will take on the winner out of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. NLJHL's next game will be on May 20th, and they will take on the winner of the Maritime Hockey League. 2 more games during the round-robin portion of the schedule for the NLJHL representative. Their next game would be on May 23rd against the Central Canada Hockey League champion. And the final game for the NLJHL representative, either the Thunderbirds, the Eagles, the Lumberjacks, or the Rock, will be on May 25th against the Manitoba Junior Hockey League representative. And so certainly, Rob, a good chance for the NLJHL, a team that doesn't get a lot of teams over the years into the national championship, now called the Centennial Cup, and that looks to be a pretty good event. 10 teams, 4 games each, round robin. It's a lot of fun.
Whatever team ends up representing the NLJHL, that's great exposure not only for that team but for the entire league to have them there and be able to participate in something like that. And I'm sure that, I'm not sure about you, but I'm sure I'll be tuned in to watch a few of those games and see how that plays out as well.
Yeah, speaking of that, Rob, looking at the press release, I believe those games will all be streamed. You'll be able to go to hockeycanada.ca as far as watching those games. I don't think it's a part of Hockey TV. So, yeah, there you go, hockeycanada.ca. They will broadcast all preliminary and playoff round games. So that's great, fantastic.
Yeah.
As the referees come out, and I don't know, Rob, if I've heard a chorus of boos over the years like I heard at the end of the second period for our officials. This crowd's certainly engaged, and lots to play for here, Rob. The Eagles' backs really against the wall, down 0-2 in the series, down by 2 in Game 3. So they got to throw everything they have at the Soo Thunderbirds right now, Rob, because this is it as far as not over for the season, but they got to throw everything at them right now.
It's a do or die situation. I mean, you've got to have this one to move forward, at least one, and then grab one on the road, and then you've got 2 to work with, as we said. But this is an important one.
So the Eagles will be shorthanded for the first 129 of this third period. So a big penalty to kill, and they need to at least score 2 goals to try to get this in overtime. That's assuming that they don't give up any. Thunderbirds on the power play to start the third period. They have the puck in their own zone. Here's Gibson with it. Gibson to center ice. Drop pass to Foster. Foster up to Santa Maria. Now Santa Maria's pass out of the reach of the Thunderbirds player, and the Eagles will shoot it down the ice. Minute left on the Thunderbirds power play. Always tough to start a period on the power play. We'll see if the Thunderbirds make me sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. Now here's Thaler. He loses the puck as Ouellette has it. Ouellette back to the point. Foster, now Gibson. Over to Foster. He scored the first goal for the Thunderbirds. Santa Maria will lose the puck as Thaler will shoot that one down the ice. 35 seconds left on the Thunderbirds power play. Big crowd here at Pullar Stadium, and we have really our first sign of any visiting fans to any number in this game. So Thunderbirds brought over, it looks like about maybe 40 or 50 fans.
I will say this one, and even Sudbury does a good job with the traveling fans.
Yep, they had a few as well, and it's certainly good to see. Now the play will be offside. We'll have a face-off outside the blue line. My wife and I, Rob, made our first trek to Canada in over 2 years last week to take in some local dinery over there.
Excellent.
So it was nice, very easy. Put your thing in there, and everybody's happy.
Enter the arrive can.
Yep, exactly.
Stop in, say hi. And,
yeah. So that'll do it for the power play for the Thunderbirds. So Eagles do the important business of killing off that power play. Now they have even more important business of trying to score a couple goals here. Shots on goal 2018 in favor of the Thunderbirds. They have the puck in their own zone. Chawachi across the line. He'll fire it off the far boards. Swiatek with the puck and his own net. Over to Fox. Now Swiatek takes it at center ice. Swiatek across the line, or rather Brisky's shot. That'll deflect, and that's going to be offside, I think.
Very late offside.
Yeah,
so
boy,
there was a shot taken.
Yeah. Face-off outside the Soo Thunderbirds blue line. 17:57 to play in this third period. Now here's Holy. He'll wrap it along the boards. Brisky can't keep it in. That puck will go back to center ice. Davis over to Holy. Now Holy across the line. He's ridden off the play by Trottier. Puck behind the Thunderbirds net. As the T-Birds can't clear it, Davis keeps it in. Now Swiatek. His shot's blocked. Brisky along the end boards. Now Salem with it. Swiatek plays it over to Holy. Now Holy with the shot. That one goes wide. Davis on the rebound. Back to Swiatek at the line. Swiatek's shot just deflects wide. As the Thunderbirds now having trouble clearing their zone. Swiatek with it. Now Swiatek had a poke checked away by Santa Maria. He gets bumped along the far boards. And the Eagles still, well, now they can't keep it in as that puck will go back to center ice. Now here's Davis. Davis to Brisky. His shot saved there by Zeppa. Rebound goes to Foster. Now here's a chance. Oh, Van Tighem tried the one-timer but couldn't connect. As that one will go back to center ice. Chaffee will move it back into the Eagles zone. Gilmore behind his own net. Now over the far point. Kept in by Gibson. LaFrance has it. LaFrance up to Ferguson. Now Ferguson across the line back to LaFrance, but he's offside. Well, a face-off outside the blue line with 16:25 to play in this third period. Still 3-1, Soo Thunderbirds. Game 4 tomorrow night here at Pullar Stadium, 7 o'clock. Well, the pregame show 6:45 on News Talk 1400 and at Hockey TV. Face-off controlled by the Thunderbirds. Chaffee. Rather Chitteroni behind his own net. Now Chitteroni. Pass out of the reach of Gibson. Van Tighem, he'll glove it down in his own zone. To Daka. Now Daka. Rink-wide pass. Over to Handy, his pass. To Van Tighem, here's Ferguson in. Ferguson pass to LaFrance, a shot. Oh, it just goes wide. Good setup, and LaFrance put a good shot on net, but it just goes wide. Now the Thunderbirds take it away, and they'll chip it to center ice. Here's Cap with it. Darren Cap across the line. Cap gets dragged down, and it's going to be another penalty on the Soo Eagles, and I don't know if you can argue that one much, as the Soo Thunderbirds player was taken down, and yet another power play for the Thunderbirds. 15:30 to play in the third period. Eagles trail 3-1. So the Eagles, they get a little momentum, Rob, but again, penalty trouble, and that one
was pretty obvious.
That one you can't really argue.
No, that one was pretty obvious.
If you're quiet over there, then you can't argue it. So the Eagles have work to do again, trying to kill yet another penalty. Face off to the left of Gilmore. Eagles win the face off.
13, Mark LaFrance. 2 minutes for hooking.
So LaFrance gets the hooking call, and the Thunderbirds on the power play. One more goal for them, and this one's going to be pretty tough to win for the home team. It'll be tough enough as it stands now. Foster into his own zone. Gibson. Gibson over to Foster. Foster. Back pass there to Chaffee. Fans want another penalty, but none called. Here's Gibson with it. Gibson lose the puck. Here's Tiller shorthanded. Tiller might have a break. Tiller in. Tiller's shot. Oh, a save there by Zeppa. Good opportunity for Tiller, and he put a pretty good shot on, but Zeppa makes the save. Now Tiller on the chase. Again, Eagles shorthanded. Minute left on the Thunderbirds power play. They'll skate it to center. Here's Chaffee across the line. Chaffee gets around two players with the puck. Over along the near boards, Foster. Foster back to the point, Chitteroni. Chitteroni over to Arbor. That one off of his stick. Eagles doing a good job killing off this penalty as Cullenton will shoot it down the ice. 40 seconds left on the Thunderbirds power play. Now here's Chitteroni at center ice. Now across the line. Pass over to Arbor. Now Arbor will play it down low. Behind the net. Big hit by Daka. He just ran over Chawakawi, an illegal one at that. Now a turnover by the Eagles. Here's a shot. Big blocker save Gilmore, and the Eagles will clear it down the ice. Chawachi was level behind the play by Daka. Certainly a legal hit.
Yeah, he took two of them out, really.
Yeah. Now here's Chawachi after the hit a shot. That one goes wide. 5 seconds left on the power play. That one went across the line, and the linesman right there to catch that one. 1 second left on the Thunderbirds power play as the Eagles look to do it again, Rob, killing off the penalty, but 2 more minutes will come off the clock. 13:30 to play in this third period, 3-1 Thunderbirds. Playoff atmosphere indeed. You would expect that in a divisional final, especially against these two teams. So the Eagles back at full strength. No love lost between these two teams, but we haven't seen the nastiness, Rob, that we have in the past. And the other thing we don't see is the coaching staff in the past seem to judge. You don't see that with this group. They seem
throwing sticks on the ice.
Throwing sticks on the ice. These
smashing sticks over the boards.
So face-off outside the Eagles' blue line. Thunderbirds win the face-off. Burley, fans on the attempt to shoot it into the zone. He does, however. Now Brisky off the boards to Van Tighem. Van Tighem getting it to LaFrance. Now LaFrance will try to flip it past Trottier. He does. Now LaFrance will backtrack. LaFrance, rink-wide pass just out of the reach of Fox. Now Fox's shot. That deflects and goes behind the net over to the far corner. Santa Maria. He'll get it to center ice just out of the reach of Trottier. Now the Eagles break that one up. Here's LaFrance with it. Van Tighem. LaFrance across the line, but I think Van Tighem was in a little bit early. We'll have an offside call with 12:45 to play in the third period. Shots 22-19 in favor of the Eagles, but they trail in Game 3, 3-1.
Had him by about a step. He just got out in front of him.
You have Salem, Swiatek, Brisky, Davis, and Holy out there for the Eagles. Foster will take the draw for the Thunderbirds. Eagles win the face-off. Davis over to Holy. Now Holy across the line. And that one's going to hit another player on the bench. So that'll bring the face-off outside the zone. If you want to hear the rebroadcast of tonight's game, you can find it tomorrow on the website, thegamesportshow.com or thegamesportshow.podbean.com. Face-off outside the Thunderbirds blue line. Thunderbirds win the face-off. Chitteroni in his own zone. That one will deflect off the far boards. Gibson takes it. He'll skate it to center. Now Gibson across the line. A shot. That goes right into the midsection of Gilmore, and he'll hold on. Face-off in the Eagle zone. Crowd of over 900 fans here at Pullar Stadium. Biggest of the season. Could be the biggest in several seasons, Rob. Certainly the last two seasons.
Anyways.
Yep. Don't know if we even got one that big the pre-COVID season. Face off to the right of Gilmore. Thunderbirds win the face-off the far boards. Handy with it. Now Handy will shoot that one down the ice, and no icing as it was deflected. Cole Jarrett, head coach for the Thunderbirds, disagrees. Now a deflection there. A quick save there by Zeppa, as that was, I believe, Alex
22,
Fred,
yeah,
who just kind of sticking in the way of the pass. And good thing Zeppa was paying attention, Rob. That could have been a disaster
right
for the
there,
Thunderbirds.
spot on.
Face off to the right of Zeppa. Eagles win the face off. However, the Thunderbirds get the puck out of the zone. Ouellette across the line, trying to get around two players. He loses the puck. Now puck taken by the Eagles. They move it over to the far boards. Now behind the net, over in the far corner. Friend with it. Can't clear it. Thunderbirds keep it in. Here's a chance for Chaffee looking for the hat trick. Friend will break that up. And here comes Ferguson. Ferguson across the line. Ferguson shot. I don't know if that got deflected. I think it did. That'll go into the netting. And we'll have a face-off with 11:32 to play in this third period. Still 3-1 Thunderbirds. Sioux Greyhounds winning their first game last night in their best-of-7 playoff series against the Guelph Storm 3-0. Game 2 tomorrow night at the GFL Memorial Gardens, 7:07 face-off. You can hear that over on our sister station, Rock 101. Face-off, controlled by the Thunderbirds. Cap with the puck in front of his own net. Gets it to center ice. Now across the line, Dundas. Dundas now with a shot. That hits Holy in front. Puck along the near boards. Now shot back to center ice. Broken up by Dundas. Now taken by Holy. Holy gets around one. He gets tripped up. Fans want a penalty. None called.
That's one that can hurt somebody when you go down low like that. And that's, you got two of them standing there watching.
Holy has not had the benefit of the calls tonight.
No, they're not afraid to call the big guy, but they
Yeah. Now that one back to center ice. Chase back into the Eagle zone. Now that one deflects back into the Eagle zone. Glove down by Fox. Now Fox will play it off the end boards. As now there is a big hit behind the play.
He swatted Fox in the back of the legs.
And that's going to be another penalty on the Soo Eagles.
Swatted Fox in the back of the legs, and when he went down, he hit him.
And so this one is getting chippy, and I'm sure the fans will give their appreciation of this upcoming call. Thunderbirds still have the puck. Eagles are just killing themselves with penalties tonight, as they will finally touch the puck, and you will hear the chorus of boos from the fans as they are not happy with some of the things they've seen on the ice. And the usual cast of characters are on the ice, making those fans not happy. So another power play for the Soo Thunderbirds. And Coach Doug LaPrade gives the I don't know what he's doing over there. He's doing some sort of, I don't know what that is. I got nothing on that one. So Soo Thunderbirds back on the power play. 10:05 to play. Eagles are killing off these penalties against, but it's also killing off precious time as they're down by 2. And we'll get the penalty call from Ken Akins.
Eagles penalty to number 11, Kobe Fox. 2 minutes for interference.
Interference, the call on Fox. Now a deflection and a save there as Thunderbirds player just draped all over the Soo Eagles player. Now Gilmore goes after Ouellette, and that's probably going to be a penalty on Gilmore. Eagles are just absolutely losing their composure.
How do you not make the call initially on what's going on there?
As you look at the look on the face of Ouellette, he's got like a chicken in the hen house. He kind of feels he got away with the one there. And so the fans are just furious with what they are seeing. Oh, he is going to get a penalty, so that's certainly the right call. Now, is Gilmore not going to get a penalty out of all that? That's even more impressive. And so that certainly was the right call there, Rob. I mean, he was literally on the guy.
Draped on him, holding him down, had him pinned.
But it took a long time for that to be called.
Even right now, it shouldn't doesn't need an explanation. We need to keep the game going. We're just kind of burning time here at this point.
9:44 to play in this third period. 3-1 in favor of the Soo Thunderbirds. So we'll play 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 40, and then the Eagles will get a 20-second power play. Certainly a very active crowd here at Pullar Stadium. And Game 4 tomorrow night, sir, if you're listening, might want to come down and see the show. Certainly we appreciate you listening and certainly would encourage you to listen, but it can be interesting as well to be down here. We'll probably have a bigger crowd tomorrow night.
I think a bigger crowd tomorrow night. I could see it.
Face-off control by the Thunderbirds.
Ouellette, 2 minutes for holding.
So Ouellette gets the holding call as Foster will chase the puck down. Eagles with the puck, 4-on-4 hockey. 9:20 left in this third period. They trail by 2. They trail the series 2-0. Need to get something going here. Mortson at center ice. Bad pass stolen by Foster. He's in shorthanded. Oh, he misses the net. As that shot goes wide, credit Davis for a good back check there. The Eagles have it. Minute left on the 4-on-4. Tlair across the line. Now it's going to be offside again, as that'll be Sam Holy, who was in a little early. That'll bring the face-off outside the blue line. 9:01 to play in this third period. Still 3-1 Soo Thunderbirds. Well, Rob, we waited 2 years for playoffs in the NLJHL, and certainly with the previous series against Sudbury and this, been worth the wait. Just playoff hockey in general, always the best. So face-off will be outside the Soo Thunderbirds blue line. Again, I don't know what all the commotion is here, Rob. Why? So I'm at a loss on.
They're worried about who's on the ice. Or
Oh, because was there an icing though?
No, there's no icing.
Shouldn't matter.
Late.
So we have.
We got 6 guys.
All right, so Fittis and Ferguson.
This is kind of how the whole game's.
So that's interesting. Face-off outside the blue line. Eagles win the face-off. Tlair gets dumped off the draw. Now the Thunderbirds have it. Cap moves it across the line. Now Cap had a poke checked away by the Eagles, and the Thunderbirds will shoot it right back in the zone. 35 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Daka across the line. Now bouncing puck. Back at center ice. There's a big hit on Dundas. Fans like that one. As Cap has it behind his own net. Now we're going to have a penalty. That's going to go against the Thunderbirds.
I'm going to go with that. We're probably going to look at that one again because that was beyond interference. He come up with a stick and got him just about in the throat.
So it looks like the Eagles will have a 4-on-3 power play and then a 20-second 5-on-3. So here's that chance, Rob. The Eagles got it. They got to capitalize down 2.
Absolutely.
So a 4-on-3 penalty to start the period, the exchange. And then they'll have a 20-second 5-on-3 power play. So a good chance here for the Eagles down by 2. Ferguson, LaFrance, Davis, and Brisky. Thunderbirds win the face-off and shoot it down the ice.
Number 91, Colby Arbor. 2 minutes for interference.
So interference to call on Arbor. Eagles 8 seconds away from a 5-on-3. LaFrance pass again. There's a big hit on Cap. And he is slow getting up. And the Eagles move it up the center ice. Ferguson across the line. Ferguson fans on the shot. Back to the point. Boy, Cap got rocked. Davis at the point. 5-on-3 for the Eagles. LaFrance with it. Oh, he missed the short side of the net. Rebound goes to Handy. 5 seconds left on the 5-on-3 as Handy tries to fall on the puck. Eagles now a 5-on-4s. That one shot down the ice. Again, the Eagles power play just having trouble. Now Gilmore having trouble behind his own net. He shovels it over to Davis. Good job by Ouellette on the shorthanded situation. Minute left on the Eagles power play. Handy across the line. Now Handy tries to get it in front to LaFrance. Good job by LaFrance to get it back. Davis at the point. Now Davis over to Ferguson. Ferguson shot. That one misses, and that'll go all the way down the ice. 45 seconds left on the Eagles power play. 7:05 left in this third period. Eagles trail 3-1. Looking to get into this series with the win tonight. Otherwise, they'll be down 0-3. Now Tlair gets around one player. Fox trying to get the puck for the Eagles. Tlair gets it back to the point. Davis back to Tlair. Now Tlair plays it off the boards, but that's not going to go at anyone as the Thunderbirds shoot it down the ice as this Eagles power play continues to not have any success. Davis at his own line. 10 seconds left. Off the skate of Mordson. They'll go along the end boards. Trottier will try to clear it. Tlair keeps it in. Now Tlair behind the net. Tlair still has it. Now Tlair moves it in front. A shot. Saved there by Zeppa. Rebound goes to the Thunderbirds, and that'll do it for the Eagles power play. Puck trickles back into the Eagles zone. 6:15 left in this third period. Davis with the puck for the Eagles. Eagles need 2 goals to tie it in the next 6 minutes. Daka over in the far corner. Shots 23-22 in favor of the Soo Eagles. But where it counts, they trail by 2. Fox on the right wing side. He moves the puck into the Thunderbird zone. Bounces over along the far boards. Now Brisky tries to get it in front. That one broken up by the Thunderbirds, and they skate it to center. Ouellette across the line. That's going to be offside, and I think we will finally get our media timeout after some discussions are being had. So we will have our media timeout, Rob, with 5:45 to play in this third period. Eagles trail this series 2-0, and they're 5 minutes and 45 seconds away from potentially trailing this series 3-0. They trail 3-1.
They really, like I say, 5.5 minutes to really turn it on and really put some pieces together. They're getting the opportunities. The shots are both right there, but you've got to make something happen more than just getting the shot on the net. You got to have 2 guys crashing that net to put the puck in, bounce it in, whatever it takes to get those goals.
Game 4 of this series will be tomorrow night here at Pullar Stadium. 7 o'clock face-off. We'll have the pregame show 6:45 here on News Talk 1400 and online at Hockey TV. If there is a Game 5, it'll be Monday night at the John Rhodes Community Center. Fans really trying to get the Soo Eagles fired up here as both sides of the crowd are chanting, "Let's go Eagles." Certainly one of the more lively crowds we've heard here in some time. And, this barn, Rob, my wife was commenting pregame, we get here pretty early to set up. All the way across the rink, you can literally hear the conversations.
Yep.
I mean, it's like they're almost below you, and you look, it's like they're all the way across the rink. The acoustics in this rink is just, it's something to really behold.
He played a lot of rinks with the kid and been coached and been in them, and this is one of the best venues I've ever been in.
Absolutely. All right, business to take care of for the Eagles. Down 2, 5:40 left in the third period. Thunderbirds win the face-off, move the puck into the Eagles zone. Handy with it. Handy over to Holy. Now Holy up to Van Tegum. Now Van Tegum loses the puck. Here's a chance for the Thunderbirds, but the Eagles get the puck back. Van Tegum can't clear it. Now Holy picks the puck up at center ice. He gives a bump to the Thunderbirds player. Now here's LaFrance. LaFrance across the line over to Van Tegum. Now LaFrance sticks it down over in the far corner. Thunderbirds trying to clear it. They have it deep in their own zone. Santa Maria. Now back to the point. Van Tegum keeps it in. Holy with the wrist shot. Saved by Zeppa. Rebound to LaFrance. Now the Thunderbirds take it away. At center ice, Chawachi, he gets knocked down by Handy. And the Eagles might have a break here. Oh, we're going to have a penalty on the Eagles. And that's going to be a knee call. And so here we go again. The Eagles look like maybe, just maybe, they were going to be able to get it going. But the kneeing call, that could make things very difficult for the home team. Only 4:51 left Soo Thunderbirds on another power play leading by 2. Oh, and it's a 4-minute power play. So that could be all she wrote for the Soo Eagles.
Of course it is.
Short-handed for 4 minutes, trailing by 2 with 4:51 to play. And so it appears, barring something unexpected and magical for the home team, that the Soo Thunderbirds are going to skate away with the win in a 3-0 series lead. But crazier things have happened. We'll see what happens here. As Jack Mortson having some discussions with one of our officials tonight, but that will go nowhere. The die has been cast as far as the penalty. And so a 4-minute power play for the Thunderbirds. They can basically get this one down to about 50 seconds, or about, I should say, yeah, it would be about 50 seconds. Here's the call, yep.
Calling Handy, 4 minutes for kneeing. Handy, 4 minutes for kneeing, time of that penalty.
So 4 minutes for kneeing for Colin Handy. And again, you viewers on Hockey TV can replay it. Let us know what you think. Now here's a chance for Santa Maria. Moves in. Oh, he had Gilmore way out of the net, but he misses the net. Thunderbirds probably pretty content just to pass it around, Rob. I mean, they'd like to score a goal, but more importantly, like to kill off another 3:30. Gibson over to Foster. Foster at the doorstep. Chaffee going for the hat trick and a goal! That'll do it for the Soo Thunderbirds, and Michael Chaffee with a hat trick and a power play goal as the Thunderbirds now lead the Soo Eagles by the score of 4-1. They will remain on the power play for another 2 minutes and are only 4 minutes and 15 seconds away from taking a 3-0 series lead in this NOJHL West Final. So keep your head up, boys, for the last 4:15. This could be very interesting indeed, as they haven't put the goal up on the board yet. Not quite sure what the delay is now. We've had several delays tonight. Oh yeah, they need to put the 2 minutes on the penalty clock because it was a double minor. There you go. So that's, you know, you're having a good night when you score a goal, you're up 3, you're about to go up 3-0 in the series, and you still are on the power play. That's a good night. And it's not been a good night for the home team. So we'll get the goal call. Michael Chaffee will be your first star tonight as he gets the hat trick, and the Thunderbirds want more. Dundas along the far corner. Now Holy with the puck. He'll fire it down the ice. And so the Soo Thunderbirds will lead this series by a 3-0 count. And the Soo Eagles will have an elimination game tomorrow night here at Pullar Stadium. You can't fault the Eagles' effort tonight. They have played hard, but the Thunderbirds, again, capitalizing on their opportunities.
Thunderbirds goal, a power play goal, scored by number 27, Michael Chaffee. Assisted by number 11, Cooper Foster, and number 61, Andrew Gibson. Time of that goal, 4:15. Chaffee from Foster and Gibson at 4:15.
One of our viewers, Rob, replayed it and said it was stick knee, not intentional knee, bad call.
Oh, yeah.
Again, that's one of our viewers that watched the replay, not Rob or I. Just pass along feedback. Gibson with the puck, back to the point. Foster over to Santa Maria, now back to Gibson. Gibson moves in, shot, save Gilmore. Rebound, another save, and he'll hold. With 2:53 left in this third period, 39 seconds left. Whoops, turn off the music there. 39 seconds left on the Thunderbirds power play. As the Soo Eagles will lose again as the Thunderbirds winning streak continues. I believe that will now make it 25 straight games for the Thunderbirds, 7-0 in the postseason. They do it year after year after year. It doesn't matter the team, the owners, the coaches. It's just every year this team puts out a very good product, and they're showing it tonight. Thunderbirds on the power play. Santa Maria At center ice, he gets hit hard by Fox. Now Swiatek and Foster. Oh, there's a big hit on Swiatek, and here we go. This could be what really explodes this, as Swiatek, he's just going to skate away. Probably the smart thing to do right there. Eagles are going to get a power play out of this, but it won't really make much of a difference now, as Santa Maria really trying to go after someone. And now here we go, Friend and Santa Maria having some discussions. Now Fox will discuss things with Mr. Santa Maria. And he's really having some words there with our official. So it looks like the Eagles will get the benefit of this.
We've seen this a couple times where you got players going after the ref like that, and that's
you got to
go after each
as
other.
A ref, you got to nip that in the bud.
Yep.
You got to give us a penalty or something. You got to set the tone. So it looks like Swiatek, who took the hit, is somehow going in the penalty box. Don't quite see. There's nobody in the box for the Thunderbirds right now. Well, this would.
I mean, they're sending him off the ice, so he's going to the locker room.
Okay, now they're opening up the penalty box.
But there's no reason that Swiatek's in the box. He skated out.
I think he did, yeah. He's the last person that should be in the box.
See it on the video. It's plain as day. He skated right out, never.
So 2:20 left in this third period. The Soo Thunderbirds, barring something very unexpected, are going to win this game and go up 3-0 in their best-of-7 series against the Soo Eagles. Game 4 tomorrow night here at Pullar Stadium. Eagles will be facing elimination, but they'll have to take it one game at a time. It's not impossible to come back 0-3, but it's very unlikely. All right, so nothing on the board, so it looks like those penalties will wash out. We'll get the penalty calls from Ken Akins. I thought the Eagles were going to go on the power play, but apparently not.
I should have.
Eagles, full strength. Eagles penalty number 8, Jacob Swiatek, 2 minutes for slashing. And to the Thunderbirds, number 77, number 61, Andrew Gibson, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of those.
So there you go, roughing and slashing. Coincidental Miners, both teams at full strength with 2:06 to play in this third period. Eagles down 3. Now off the face-off a shot. Gilmore's save. There's a big hit here. And here we go. Again, this could be a very, very ugly 2 minutes and 1 second. And you don't want anybody to get hurt. That's the most important thing. That's a big hit there by Friend, I believe, on Rody, excuse me. Shots on goal now 30-24 in favor of the Soo Thunderbirds. Face off to the left of Gilmore. Coming up after this game, we'll take a quick 1-minute break and be back with our post-game show. We'll recap the scoring and look ahead to Game 4 tomorrow night. Thunderbirds keep the puck into the Eagles zone. There's a big hit on Fox. Again, players really starting to take runs at each other now. Cullington knocks his player down. Here's Brisky with it. Now Brisky across the line. He loses the puck. Thunderbirds have it. Bellinger. As players starting to really take shots at each other here. Minute 25 left. Fox along with the end boards behind his own net. Thunderbirds scored the first goal just a little over 30 seconds into the game. That really set the tone for this one. Eagles tried getting back in this game, but they just couldn't really do it. They had a 5-on-3 there in the third period, down 2, and after that, then they got in penalty trouble. And full marks to the Soo Thunderbirds. They keep on rolling as we're under a minute to play. LaFrance, his shot misses the net. Now Daca along the end boards. Fittis. Now Fittis behind the net to LaFrance. LaFrance with a shot, saved by Zeppa. Things appear to have settled down a bit as LaFrance the Eagles will keep the puck in. That shot goes over the net. 30 seconds left. Now Davis at the blue line. Crowd very quiet right now. After a very spirited crowd here at Pullar Stadium, the home team and the fans will go home not as happy as the visitors from Soo, Ontario, as they will take a 3-0 series lead as we have a whistle with 13 seconds left. So, Rob, before we let you go here after the game, final thoughts on this one. Just too much Soo Thunderbirds. They're going to win this game and lead the series 3-0.
It's tough to watch, and like I say, you want to see the home team do well. They've pushed really hard all season. The coaching staff has done a fantastic job of preparing them and getting them ready. And, sometimes you see the puck luck just doesn't end up in your end of the ice.
And full marks to the Soo Thunderbirds. They will take a 3-0 series lead in the NOJHL's Western Division Finals heading into Game 4 tomorrow night. Our final score in Game 3, the Soo Thunderbirds knock off the Soo Eagles by the score of 4-1. Rob, great job as always. We'll talk to you tomorrow night, sir. We will take a 1-minute break and be back with our post-game show. You are listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400. Our final score in Game 3 of the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League's West Division Finals. The Soo Thunderbirds take a 3-0 series lead over the Soo Eagles as they win tonight at Pullar Stadium by the score of 4-1. Recapping the scoring in this game, it didn't take the Thunderbirds long at all to score in this one. Cooper Foster would score at the 34-second mark of the first period. His 5th goal of the postseason with an assist from Kelsey Ouellette, making it 1-0 at Soo Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds would make it 2-0 in the first period. Michael Chaffee, the first of 3 goals on the night at the 15:47 mark of the first, his 5th of the postseason with an assist from Caden Dundas, making it 2-0 Soo Thunderbirds after 1. Thunderbirds would make it 3-0 early in the second period at the 3:32 mark. Michael Chaffee, his 6th goal of the postseason, 2nd of the night on the power play with an assist from Chelsea Ouellette, making it 3-0 Soo Thunderbirds. The Soo Eagles would get their only goal of the night at the 16:02 mark. Zach Brisky, his 2nd goal of the playoffs, with an assist from Charlie Salem and Sam Holy, making it 3-1 Soo Thunderbirds after 2. Soo Eagles killed off a couple early Soo Thunderbirds power plays in the third period and then got one of their own, including a brief 5-on-3, but special teams just have not been effective for the Soo Eagles in the postseason. They give up 2 power play goals. They don't score any. And Michael Chaffee would wrap it up for the Thunderbirds at the 15:45 mark. His 7th goal of the postseason, 3rd of the night on the power play with assists from Cooper Foster and Andrew Gibson. And that was our final score. The Soo Thunderbirds knocking off the Soo Eagles 4-1. Shots on goal in that third period, 12 for the Soo Thunderbirds, a game total of 30. Just 5 for the Soo Eagles in that third period, a game total of 25. Getting the win in net for the Soo Thunderbirds tonight, Noah Zeppa. He makes 24 saves on 25 shots. Ryan Gilmore takes the loss for the Soo Eagles, making 26 saves on 30 shots. Your 3 stars of the night as selected by our official scorers. No surprise, first star for the Soo Thunderbirds, Michael Chaffee. He gets 3 goals on the night. Second star given to Zach Brisky for the Soo Eagles, scoring 1 goal. They don't have the third star. I'm going to give it to Noah Zeppa, the goaltender for the Soo Thunderbirds. He made a lot of early saves, and the Eagles had the better opportunities in the first half of the game. They just didn't quite have them in the second half, so I'm going to give Noah Zeppa a 3rd star. With this victory, the Soo Thunderbirds are just 1 win away from clinching this series and advancing it to the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League Finals. Thunderbirds with a 3-0 series lead with Game 4 tomorrow night here at Pullar Stadium. Want to thank our color commentator, Rob Horn, for joining us tonight, along with our broadcast engineer, Tiffany Stratton, back in the News Talk 1400 studios, doing a great job as always. and all of you for listening tonight. Don't forget, we'll have a Game 4 from Pullar Stadium tomorrow night here on News Talk 1400, starting with the pregame show at 6:45. Our final score once again in Game 3 of the Western Division Finals in the NLJHL, the Soo Thunderbirds with a 3-0 series lead as they defeat the Soo Eagles by the score of 4-1. You have been listening to Soo Eagles Hockey on News Talk 1400.